And a very pleasant Good Friday evening to you from Lehnhoff Stadium on the campus of Clemens High School. This is Tony Brubaker along with Mike Benson to bring you Ranger Network football for Smithson Valley and another exciting Friday night, Mike. And we have what I think is probably the district game of the week with Smithson Valley at 2-1, Clemens at 3-0, each of them fighting for a chance to be a better playoff seed.
Yeah, this is a huge game tonight in district play, and a huge game for both teams, almost like a barometer as you get close to the playoffs coming around here in the next month or so. This will let them see where they are stacking up against the other big teams in the area. But you're right, this is the biggest game, obviously, in the district tonight.
Other games in the district, Steele is at Canyon. That would likely be on paper a one-sided game, as is the Judson at Wagner game. Also, New Braunfels and East Central are playing, and those two teams just fighting for a chance to be in the hunt since the top four teams seem to have already separated themselves as far as what we see.
Yeah, that's what you see right now in the district, and it kind of was what you saw kind of coming into the season. The four teams that made the playoffs last year kind of had the idea those same four teams were going to position themselves to do the same thing again this season.
For the offense of Smithson Valley, it is as you expect, Josh Atkins, who has 11 touchdown passes and 984 yards on 56 completions, 56% completions. He is also one of the better rushers with 187 yards. The top running back right now is the starter at tailback, Indiana Hawes, the senior at 151 or 5.6 a carry. But the man who was the difference maker last week was wide receiver Edwin Martinez, who has 5 touchdowns on the season, but 3 of them came last week as he and Josh Atkins hooked up.
Yeah, that's going to be key for tonight's game. They're going to have to be able to move the ball, and Martinez is going to have to be somebody that Atkins can find regularly to exploit holes that they can find in the Clemens defense.
And on that offensive line, the starting center is 5'11", 270-pound Caden Dix. The senior center is one of the main reasons that offensive line has performed so well this year. On the other side of the ball, it's one name and one name only that you need to remember because he is the difference maker, and that is quarterback Frank Harris, who is finally a senior. We've been talking about him forever. 6'2", 185. The senior has thrown. Now he has thrown for 777 yards. He has run for 787 yards. The young man stays busy, and he is all over the field all the time.
Yeah, it's something I almost made the mistake earlier off the air calling this team Clemson instead of Clemens. A simple mistake, but you know, Frank Harris kind of reminds you of what you see from someone like Deshaun Watson in college football. This team behind Frank Harris is averaging 300 yards a game on the ground, Tony, and only 130 passing, which is not pedestrian because they're putting up 400 yards total for weekly.
It is going to be an offensive type of game we can imagine. If you look back to last year, what was it, 57-56? Frank Harris runs in a 2-point conversion to win the game late. In fact, it was the closing seconds of the game, and we expect nothing short of that again this year. So Mike and I will be back in just a couple of minutes. Right now we're going to turn it over to our pay some bills and then listen to head coach Larry Hill along with Brent Freeman. So stick with us as you're listening to Smithson Valley Football on the Ranger Network.
We're cooking dinner here at Whataburger. Doesn't that sound good?
We can cater to everybody's needs, whether you want a burger, whether you want chicken.
I love the salad because it has fruit, vegetables.
I ordered the triple meat with cheese.
Double meat with double cheese. I'm a meat eater.
Whataburger for dinner.
It's a time where all the family can get together. Everybody's off of work. Everybody's out of school.
Dinner's special for me and my family because it's the one meal out of the day that we get to spend together.
Happy faces at Whataburger, and I would love to cook you dinner.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is the Rangers to another success. So, Rangers, and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and SAFord.com.
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run, you're my number one. Kick it off now and bring it on. This will be your day. 'Cause baby, you were born to win. Never give up. Never. You were born to win. Your destiny is victory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, you were born to win.
Welcome back to Inside Rangers Football. Coming up this Friday, Smithson Valley takes on the Clemens Buffaloes, one of just two teams left in 27 6A play that has yet to suffer a district loss. They're 3-0 in the district, and they've won 5 straight games overall. Coach, the only loss coming to Round Rock, a team you're obviously familiar with, having played them in non-district play as well. It looks like Clemens has picked up where the Buffaloes left off from a year ago. What do you make of this team you're going to play on Friday?
Well, they're very similar in outlook, and a lot of their personnel is similar. Obviously the quarterback gets a lot of notoriety, a lot of headlines for good reason. He's been able to generate big plays, running the ball, throwing the ball really for 3 years, and he is what makes them go. There's no doubt. But they've got playmakers at running back and receiver. Their offensive line plays well. They probably don't get enough credit because he gets a lot of accolades. And defensively, very big and strong up front, very difficult to run the football against. And there's a reason they're 5-1 and ranked as high as they are, and there's a reason they're right in the middle of the district race. So we'll have our hands full Friday night.
Coach, you talked about Frank Harris, the quarterback for Clemens, and also alluded to the fact that he is a 3-year starter. And you've played some dual threat quarterbacks this season, but not all dual threat quarterbacks are created equally. What makes him especially difficult to face and prepare for?
Well, his ability to play both within the structure of the play and then outside the structure of the play. They have a very well-designed plan that allows him to operate, and he executes it very, very well. When and if the play breaks down or, something goes awry, he's able to create, make people miss, and still not only maybe move the chains, but maybe go 70, 80 yards for a touchdown. So just defending the play right itself doesn't always get it done. You've got to defend the play correctly, and then you've got to close the deal by making tackles, and it's probably going to take 2 or 3 guys coming from different angles. It's one-on-one, the odds are against you.
You look at the defense so far for Clemens. In 6 games, they've allowed their opponents to score 13 points or less 4 times. That includes a shutout from earlier this season as well. And this past Friday, in a 52-13 win over Canyon, they forced 5 turnovers. Right. What are you seeing from Clemens from that side of the ball?
Well, I think they're just, really solid in position. There's not really an area you can say, well, let's exploit here, or let's throw at every play, or hey, we can run over here. There's nothing that's there, and they got good players at every position, big and strong inside. Their defensive ends are very, very athletic, very difficult time getting on the edge, and then play their cornerbacks tight to the line, try to take away your short throws. So, I don't think there's really one thing we can do. We're going to have to be good at everything and mix our looks some and find a way to move the football.
Every game is important for you. You look at this district game coming up, it's another opportunity for you to inch closer towards a playoff spot. Speaking of the playoffs, though, given the fact that 2 of you played in such a competitive game last year, Clemens is who they are right now. Do you get the sense we're going to have a playoff-like?
Our crowd will travel well. They're at home. They always have a big stake, as you mentioned. Both teams are highly ranked. So, and coming off a game a year ago that was, if you didn't care who won, it was probably as exciting a game as you'll want to see. So, my guess is it'll have the feel of a November-December game.
And Coach, finally, what other keys can you break down for us that might factor into the game on Friday?
Well, we mentioned explosives against Wagner. We prevented theirs, and we had a number of them. We're going to have to do that again. That's easier said than done on a team that thrives on explosives offensively. And we're going to have to find some ways to create short fields through turnovers, and they haven't turned it over much, but we're going to have to try to take care of the ball ourselves and create some.
Oh, check it out. He's buffering.
That's super annoying. He really ought to sign up for GVTC's internet service with SpeedSync. Up to 100 megabits download speed and up to 100 megabits upload speed too.
That's fast. Finally, he'll stop buffering at the worst times.
Call GVTC today for SpeedSync internet service and say bye-bye to buffering. GVTC, just plain smart.
When he's done loading, this is going to be hilarious.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and SAFord.com.
I brought you here tonight to reveal our secret weapon defense. It's a real game changer. When our men are tired, look, but they're starving for great food at a great price. We're gonna call the delicious Double Wing.
You can't lose when your family calls the delicious Double Wing and you stop by Chicken Express for our legendary chicken tenders and Chicken East sweet tea.
This is awesome. Who came up with this plan?
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community on Highway 6. Between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summer Hill Dental. Dental care with advanced technology. We specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summer Hill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
And welcome back to Lehnhoff Stadium here on the Ranger Network. Smithson Valley football. Defensively, the Rangers will go first as they will kick off to start this game. The defensive end is number 6, Colt Fullen. The 6', 215-pound senior has a season total of 27 tackles and 4 tackles for loss. Zane Nutze is the defensive tackle, number 95, 5'9", 225. The senior 10 tackles, including 3 tackles for loss. The other tackle, Brandon Arnold, number 99. 6'2", 245, and a senior, 17 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, and 2 quarterback sacks. The other defensive end is C.J. Keeler, a junior at 6'2" and 205. He has 15 tackles, including 4 for loss. He also has a pair of sacks. The linebackers across from left to right, the strong side linebacker Taylor Nix, 6', 190, the senior with 33 tackles. He also has a blocked punt. Jack Gibbons, the main man in the middle, the team's leading tackler, 6'3", 220, and a senior, 41 tackles, 4 for loss, 2 sacks, and an interception. The weak side linebacker is Jacob Zuber, number 41, 6'2", 185 junior, has 32 tackles and 1 tackle for loss, also has a blocked punt that he blocked against Anderson. In the secondary, one corner is Trayvon Merrick Woodard. The junior at 6'1" and 190 is an 11-tackle performer with 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass breakup, 1 caused fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 1 blocked field goal. He also had 2 pick-6 TDs last year. And, oh, by the way, he's the kick returner who averages 40 yards on every kickoff return and has had a touchdown through a kickoff return and 2 through punt returns. The free safety is Josh Hansen, 6'9" and 170. The senior, 23 tackles. Ricky Rios is the strong safety, 5'11", 180 junior, 17 tackles. And Mason Pierce, 5'9", 160 junior with 19 tackles. Now the offense from Clemens.
On the offensive line, starting off the left tackle, we have number 65, Dawson Milner, who's a 6'3", 230-pound junior. Also on the left side, left guard is Josh Smith. Number 53 is a 5'11", 235-pound junior. On the other side, at the right tackle, you have Diego Garcia. Number 52 is 6'2", 250, also a junior. The senior on the offensive line, the right guard, Hunter Neal. Number 72 is 6', 225, and the other senior in the middle, Wesley Pack, number 56, is 6', 260. Out on the outside, the wide receiver, you have Peyton Bass. Number 82 is 6', 175. Logan Teskey is number 1, 6', 2, 270. Both of them are seniors. Logan Teskey having a pretty good year, 11 receptions for 103 yards. But the main man for the Buffaloes on the outside is number 11, Tommy Bush, who's 6'4", 183-pound junior, is our leading receiver, 17 receptions, 312 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the season. In the backfield, Landon Slate, number 86, is the fullback. He's 6'2", 210-pound senior. Running back Cameron Baker is one of the offensive weapons for this Clemens Buffaloes offense. Number 5 is 5'10", 180. Cameron Baker has 450 yards rushing on the season. And, of course, the man, Frank Harris at quarterback, number 7, 6'2", 185-pound senior, 777 yards passing. 777 yards passing, almost 800 yards rushing, and the main source of offense for the Clemens Buffaloes.
It'll be the Buffaloes and the Rangers when we come back on the Ranger Network.
This November, vote for a man who knows how to be an American in America for Americans. Vote for Coach Hill for President of the United States. He's not afraid of anything.
And then the ninjas come out of the forest.
Ninjas?
Who wouldn't vote for a president who had ninjas in their video?
But I don't want to be the president.
But you're from Texas, Coach, and that makes you a shoo-in. I'll make sure to put that in the video.
But it doesn't matter, Because I don't want...
I know. We should get John Wayne to be in your video.
John Wayne?
I can hear it now. The new president of the United States of America is...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just have to say that if I was president, I couldn't coach football anymore.
Well then, I'm officially resigning as your campaign manager and vice president.
Okay then.
Coach, how tall do you think you have to be to run for president?
This political ad was paid for by Wick Productions. Watching a video is just better than reading stuff.
I'm privileged to work at GVTC, not only to work for a company that provides excellent products and services, but also through the GVTC Foundation to be able to support the communities that we work and live in, serving those communities.
Any individual can donate. We're a nonprofit 501c3, so it's a tax-deductible donation.
That we're on the right track partnering with our communities as we continue to seek ways to grow the GVTC Foundation.
And we're back to Lehnhoff Stadium. The Rangers and the Buffaloes are coming up next. Should be a good one. And Mike, as we get ready for this one, we know our referee tonight is Larry Parson. And when the coin toss happened, the Rangers won the toss and elected to defer, which is always my favorite thing, deferring, because it gives you the ball to start the second half and the wind in the fourth quarter, which to me are the two most important things of the game, because how you start the second half usually determines the end of the game, and the wind's always better to have than to not have in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and if you look back at last year's game, it's whoever has the ball last is kind of very important, especially, if you're talking about last year's game. I think it'll be good for Smithson Valley to see what their defense can do, actually, to start the game, because obviously there was not much stopping of anything going on last year from both sides of the ball. Nobody punted until late in the fourth quarter. So it'll be good to see what their defense can do at the beginning of the game. But you're right, having the win late in the fourth quarter is a key, especially if you maybe need a late field goal or something like that.
I do remember that broadcast last year. I was here with Bill Culhane, and the interesting thing was, I think it was either 42-35 or 42-42 before we had a punt. I mean, it was just one of those games. It was just unbelievable that nobody had to punt because everybody was either scoring or there were a couple of turnovers, but it was just remarkable how efficient both offenses were to that point of the game. Well, it looks like we're about ready to go, and again, Mason Reed, the sophomore kicker from Smithson Valley, will tee it up, and we're underway. As the ball goes end over end to the far side, fielded at the goal line and brought up the left side where there's a lane, and now finally brought down in a heap of Smithson Valley Rangers is Brown, Marshawn Brown, who earlier had his jersey tucked in, so we didn't know if he was 5 or 6. It looks like it's come down a little bit, so we can tell who he is. But Brown returns it out to about the 26 is where they'll spot it, and that's where the Buffaloes will start 1st and 10.
Yeah, he had a lane. It looked like he was going to open up there, maybe get out to closer to midfield, but the Ranger defense kind of closed up that hole to stop him just outside the 25-yard line.
So the Rangers will come out defensively, and it looks like Frank Harris will take the snap and bring it to the running back. That looks like Baker, and he's got lots of room on the right side across the 35, the 40, up to midfield before Josh Hansen finally brings him down, and he was the last man to get him as the right side of their offensive line just gave him a huge hole, and Baker ran it for a good almost 30-yard run.
Yeah, he was almost untouched coming around our right side here, and if it wasn't for Hansen making that tackle, we'd be looking at a touchdown for the Buffaloes already.
Crazy that they get a first down run, and it's not Frank Harris, and it goes that far, but it does, and they have 1st and 10 from the Ranger 48. Now Harris gives it to Baker again. This is up the middle, a little trap. He'll get about 9 yards out to the 39 before he's dragged down from behind. Looks like that's Holt that brought him down, or Colt Fullen along with Taylor Nix, and that's the first time they will run, and they'll no huddle it here and go right down to 2nd down. 2nd down and 1 from the 39. Harris takes the snap, throws it quickly on the edge. It is caught. It's 1st down yardage, as that's one of the big receivers, Peyton Mass, at 6 foot, 175. It's his 10th catch of the season. He has an average over 12 yards a catch. That one goes for a little bit less than that, but it's a 1st down.
You have to wonder right now if the Ranger defense, obviously coming into this game, keying up so much on Frank Harris. As we go no huddle again, he's having all the time to do whatever he wants so far right now.
He has got rid of the ball quickly and handed it off quickly. Here it is again. It's handoff to Baker. Off right tackle, not much room. Finally, the defense comes up with a stop there on first down. Just a couple of yards. They'll spot him up to about the 31, so give him a full 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
That's the first time we've seen so far, as you just said, that the Smithson Valley defense kind of closed that hole, because the first 2 plays obviously around the outside and then gashed right up the middle. So closing that hole to prevent a big gain on first down.
So 2nd down and 8. Harris takes the snap, wants to throw, nothing there. Now he tries to get rid of it, and it'll go incomplete as Ricky Rios was on coverage. And that looks like that was Peyton Bass again.
And Taylor Nix coming off the outside at linebacker with good pressure on Frank Harris. It looked like Harris obviously wanted to go to Bass on the outside, but then it thought for a split second like he was going to run, but there was no lane as Taylor Nix swooped in there and forced the errant pass.
And we talked about this a little bit off the air, but the pass rush is so prime tonight. They have to contain and pressure all night long. There's a little bit of pressure as Harris this time will throw it right. Couple of receivers, actually 3 receivers out there, none of them really very close to the ball. It was Bass that I think was the closest, but Logan Teskey was there. And another receiver, it looks like, it was Tommy Bush. So all 3 receivers listed as starters were in the same area, but Harris's pass goes incomplete.
And this is what you want if you're Smithson Valley. You want Clemens having to throw the ball. Obviously, their bread and butter is the running game, but they only average 130 yards a game through the air. And if there's a weak spot in this offensive attack, it's through the air.
So it is 4th down, and they're going for it. The defense is active. They need to put a pass rush, and now there's a timeout called by Clemens, and head coach Jared Johnston is on 4th and 8 at the Smithson Valley 31. He wants to talk about it, and so we'll have a timeout on the field. We'll take it with him, a short break, as you're listening to Smithson Valley football on the Ranger Network.
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run, you're my number one. This will be your day. 'Cause baby, you were born to win. Never give up, never give in. You were born to win. Your destiny is victory. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you were born to win.
And we're back to Lehnhoff Stadium as the Buffaloes call the first time out of the game, and we haven't even played 2 minutes as they have a critical as critical as you can have 2 minutes into the game. 4th down play from the Smithson Valley 31. A couple of incomplete passes have led us to this point after a 2-yard run on first down. The Ranger defense looks ready. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. He comes in motion. It's Baker. There's pressure on Harris. He gets pressured, gets away from it. Breaks a tackle, now avoids another. Now runs out of bounds right near the sticks, and I bet that's going to be a first down depending on where they spot it.
What a weapon he is to have, Tony. I mean, they had him in the backfield, so he scrambled. He steps forward in the pocket. One linebacker has him. He breaks that tackle, but he looks like he is dead to rights on the left side and just is so elusive and big enough to fight through arm tackles to get the first down. That is a heck of a weapon for the Clemens Buffaloes to have.
It is a first down for the Buffaloes now at the Smithson Valley 23. Harris gives it to Baker. A sweep right. Has a blocker. Has a seam up the hash and into the end zone. No, the ball's loose, but I think the Buffaloes have fallen on it. Baker took it all the way. Would have been his 5th touchdown if they give it to him. It is in the end zone for a touchdown. Not sure they'll give it to Baker if he fumbled it and they recovered it. But in any addition, Cameron Baker, at 5'10", 180, has 450 yards rushing this year and 4 touchdowns. That would be his 5th, as I mentioned it. And the Buffaloes go up with 9:54 to go in the game. And a 23-yard run by Cameron Baker. The extra point try is up and good. Noah Taylor with his 27th extra point of the season makes it a 7-0 Buffalo lead.
Yeah, just another huge hole, very reminiscent of the first play we saw from scrimmage. Cameron Baker goes over the right side in a big hole, broke a couple tackles. It looked like the ball came loose maybe after he crossed the plane in the end zone, but nonetheless, Baker was the key to that drive, Tony. Almost probably just over 50 or 60 yards rushing by himself on that drive, and an impressive first start for the Clemens Buffaloes. But Smithson Valley has some things they can build on defensively as they move forward in the game.
Smithson Valley's offense, when we come back, will have the usual suspects. Josh Atkins at quarterback, the senior, as we've told you, 984 yards passing, 187 rushing yards, 11 passing touchdowns, 1 on the ground. Josh Dillon, his prime receiver, at 24 catches on the season. Edwin Martinez with 13. Trayvon Merrick Woodard, the starting cornerback, has also made occasional appearances on offense. He's caught 4 passes, 3 of them for touchdowns, the longest one 79 yards. So when he's on the field, they do like to throw to him. And the senior Indiana Hawes is the starting tailback nowadays, and he has run for 151 yards. That drive, 8 plays, it took 2 minutes and went 74 yards for the Buffaloes. Now kick left to right. High end-over-end kick won't go very far, it looks like. And it is that Dillon? Yes. Scrambles up to the 35 before he's brought down, so the Rangers will be in good field position to start their initial drive of the half.
Had some extracurricular activity kind of behind the play. For Smithson Valley, it looked like Morrig Woodard was kind of tangled up with somebody, but no flags thrown on the play, so cooler heads prevail.
So, again, we're going to see. Now they're having a hard time figuring out where they spot it because the line judge didn't stay set. And they're going to put it down at the 36, so that's where the Rangers will start 1st and 10. That's where the sticks are, so let's go with that. Atkins has a running back either side of him in one, the old wing tee almost. Power tee. Hawes takes the handoff, goes right, off tackle, gets 4 or 5, then gets wrapped up and drawn back, but they'll give him credit up to the 40, a 4-yard gain. And it's 2nd down and 6 as the defense of the Buffaloes awful active that time. That was Carter Brew with the tackle, the 6'4", 221-pound junior.
This is a key drive, obviously, the beginning of the game for Smithson Valley, but they need to mount some sort of answer. You don't have to go score for score right now, but you need to get some kind of answer and at least flip the field.
2 receivers left. Atkins fakes the handoff, now throws it left. Intended for Dillon, but thrown a little too far and high, and it goes incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 6. That time Josh Atkins on the move misses just by about a foot or 2.
Yeah, Josh Dillon was wide open there, actually. That's a throw that Atkins has to make today if they're going to be successful.
Won't argue with that. So the Rangers now look to the sideline for the play call. 2 receivers come to the left. 2 are to the right, including fullback Caleb Rude. Hawes the only setback with Dillon. Snap, looks right, throws right. That looks like it's Martinez. Nice catch, makes a nice move, breaks a tackle, gets out of bounds on the far side. As he crosses midfield, gets a 1st down, and puts the Rangers into Buffalo territory. They're going to mark him down about the 48-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
That's the Josh Atkins we know right there. Set his feet, put the ball right on the money. Martinez with a great spin move off of a kind of a broken tackle and got around the outside to get extra yardage. 1st down for the Rangers.
So 1st and 10 from the 48 of the Buffaloes. Again, looking to the sideline for the play call. There's also a receiver, Cameron Livingston, who might have brought the play in, but instead it is an offensive lineman. Michael Hausler, a backup at right guard, is an extra blocker in here. So kind of a power set. Hawes sweeps right off the handoff from Atkins. Gets a couple of yards before he's smacked and then tossed out to the sideline. Give him 3 yards. They'll mark him up to the 45, and it'll be 2nd down and 7.
These positive plays on 1st down are going to keep you, what's the phrase, ahead of schedule in the down and distance right now. So 4 or 5 yards on 1st down sets you up nice as you move forward down the field.
So the Rangers look now with a receiver, Josh Dillon, to the left. Looks like Martinez is to the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Josh Atkins. Hawes up the middle, spins away from a defender, but then another one's there. He'll muscle ahead to the 44, give him a yard, but he had tough going that time as DiDomenico was in there first and let him go, but then a linebacker came in and filled and brought him down, and I think that was Anthony Graham that got a hand on him to finish it off.
Yeah, the two linebackers kind of work together there. DiDomenico is the leading tackler for this Clemens Buffaloes team, and he came in and kind of slowed Hawes down, and obviously Graham came in and cleaned the mess up.
Carter Brew has also been really active here in the early going. So a tight end left, 3 receivers right. Now one in motion. Atkins fakes the handoff. Now looks long. Throws it over the top. It's Dillon. It's a touchdown. Oh, my.
This pass complete to Josh Dillon. 44 yards for the Rangers.
What an absolute throw from Josh Atkins. He hit Dillon in stride. Dillon went. When the ball was in the air, Dillon wasn't even there with the defender and ran right by him. The ball was thrown right on the money. That's talk about knowing your receiver, knowing where your guy is going to be and putting the ball on the money. A fantastic response by the Smithson Valley Rangers here.
Mason Reed on for the extra point to try to tie us at 7-all. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good, and we are tied at 7-7. As we have played a little over 5 minutes, and we will be back on the Ranger Network after this timeout.
It was a dark and spooky night. It was 3rd and 10, and the Rangers had the ball, when all of a sudden, they had a false start penalty.
What in the world are you all scared about? Coach Hill's just gonna call a play action pass, drop the linebackers, hit the receiver on a shallow post, strike up the band. Rangers, the best!
Join Coach Hill and Brent Freeman each week on Inside Rangers Football. Log on to rangersnetwork.com to never miss an episode.
The Rangers defense had their backs to the goal line. It seemed like all hope was lost.
Coach will blitz them and knock them out of field goal range.
Mason Reed will handle the kickoffs as you're back on the Ranger Network. Smithson Valley football tied with Clemens Buffaloes 7-7. 7:44 to go here in the first quarter. Reed puts a toe to it. Looks like again back to receive it, and bringing it up the left sideline is Brown. Kind of gets forced to the sideline as he gets near the 30, and that's where the Buffaloes will start 1st and 10 right around the 30-yard line.
I need to catch my breath, Tony. I mean, this has been fun so far. Clemens running the ball, and then Smith with a quick answer. Josh, 2 years ago for the first time, you thought you were going to see this, and the ball is just perfectly placed down the field on that drive.
The Smithson Valley drive went 6 plays and 64 yards and took 2 minutes and 10 seconds to tie us at 7-7 here in the first quarter at Lehnhoff Stadium. Buffaloes back with the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 30. Harris looking left, throws it over the top, has a wide open receiver, and that one could go the distance, trying to outrun everybody. It does. That's a touchdown for Logan Teskey on the first play from scrimmage. 1 play, 70 yards. About 10 seconds or so, and the Buffaloes have gone right back ahead. I told you about last year's game where nobody punted until it was like 42-42. It looks like we've got a ditto kind of situation here tonight as the Buffaloes go up and get ready for an extra point.
Busted coverage for the Rangers in the secondary there. You look up, the ball was not greatly thrown, I guess, by Frank Harris. It kind of just floated in the air, and Taskey was wide open. I think we might have been closer to the actual receiver than the defender there.
The kick is up and good. It is 14-7. We'll keep it here right now since we've had a couple of chances. Your point is to be elaborated a little bit, Mike. Not only blown coverage, but I don't know what happened on the snap of the ball because he was covered. So I don't know, as Frank Harris took it and looked this side immediately, what happened on who was supposed to cover him, but nobody did initially, and he went, the line of scrimmage is the 30. He was at about the 50 when the ball was in the air, and there wasn't anybody within 5 yards of him when he caught it, and then he outran everybody, as you'd expect. And they're up 14-7 just like that.
Well, that's the thing. The ball was thrown kind of high, almost like a floater. He basically had to stop at the 50 and catch it.
Yes.
And there was still nobody within 5 yards of him. So the ball's thrown on a line down the field. He's 20 yards ahead of everybody. Yeah, I'd love to see a replay of that to see what exactly happened at the line of scrimmage.
So the Rangers will now receive a kick as Woodard and Dillon. By the way, that was Dillon's first kickoff return earlier in a couple of games. That was his 4th return of the season. And here comes another one. This one aimed to the far side where Dillon will, he fields it at the 1. I think if he'd have let it go in the end zone, it would have been a touchback. He brings it out past the 10, but coverage is down there. And he'll get out to about the 13 before a whole host of Buffaloes bring him down in a pile of Buffaloes. It looks like coming up with the main tackle is Rodney Howard, a senior backup running back.
Yeah, he fielded that ball right at the 1 yard line and only got out to the 13. So difficult decision. Obviously, you don't want the ball to bounce and bounce forward, but it looked like it would have probably gone into the end zone. So a tough task for him to be there and make that split-second decision like that.
There is a flag on the play that came late. If that from our referee again, Larry Parson, the kicking team illegal procedure because one of their players who ran out of bounds on kick coverage then touched the tackler, I guess. I don't know whether Hill will say kick yardage of the penalty. It looks like they're going to say kick it again because everybody seems to be moving back in place.
It looks like actually the penalty was, they said he ran out of bounds on his own accord. So he just ran out.
Well, I mean, someone probably came up to slow him down, and he just
went around him.
To avoid them, he ran out of bounds, and that's football 101. You're really not supposed to do that. You see that more on punt coverages than kickoff coverages. You don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Now that we talk about it more, why would you? Where would you be that you would have to run out of bounds?
Why was he pressed so up against the sideline where he felt like he needed to run around him? If it's a receiver going, hand fighting down the sideline for a deep ball, I understand. But on kickoff coverage, everybody's kind of spread out.
So senior kicker, and again on kickoff returns with Josh Dillon and Trayvon Woodard stand stacked at about the 20-yard line, and they don't separate till the last minute, so the kicker doesn't know how to kick away from Woodard. So Frazier again will put a toe to it. This time it'll go straight down the middle, about the right hash actually. Dillon fields it at the 25. Has a seam across the 30, now across the 40 before he's dragged down, and won't be down until he gets near the 45-yard line where the Rangers will turn in that 13-yard starting position into a 45-yard starting position, and that's much better for Larry Hill and the Rangers.
That's a penalty that is a killer for Clemens, but a savior for Smithson Valley. You're talking about 32 yards of difference based on one going out of bounds penalty on a kickoff.
No doubt the Rangers will take advantage of it as the ball spotted just ahead of the 45-yard line. So officially, if you're keeping stats, that's the 46. It's first down and 10. Atkins has a fullback to his right, the tailback behind him. Fakes it to Hawes, now throws it left. Throws it high to Dillon, who goes up and gets it, then avoids one tackler and is forced down near first down yardage. Looks like they'll give it to him at the 44-yard line. First and 10 on the pass and catch from Atkins to Dillon.
Dillon was basically kind of like a little bubble screen to the left side. Atkins faked to the right, and just Dillon was found wide open to get some good yardage on first down.
Officials timeout.
Officials are actually going to look at it. I thought they were giving it to him, but it is. I can tell you right now from where they put it on the 40, 45, 46 at the start of the series, this ball is further than that ahead of the 45-yard line on the other side. So if the chains don't say it's a first down, then somebody's missing the chains where to put them at.
The chains might be a little too long.
If they can get the chains all the way over here is probably the situation now. The Rangers trail the Buffaloes. It's 14-7. 7:04 left in the first quarter. We have a measurement out on the near sideline, which is opposite of where the chains are located. And as they put the sticks down, looks like we have a first down. Looks like from about the length of the football, it is a first down, or at least half the football. So the Rangers will bring in their backup tight end, Hunter, along with the usual suspects. Two tight ends. Well, now they wait for the chains to get across. It's first and down. Everybody's just looking at the sideline right now, and it seems to be, can we not hurry it up a little bit here? The play clock finally starts. Dillon comes left. There is a tight end to either side. Rude and Hawes in the backfield with Josh Atkins. Fakes it to Hawes. Has to avoid a defender. Throws it to the sideline, far side. Hunt on the move. Coverage. And the pass is overthrown, so it goes incomplete. As that time they tried to catch the secondary sleeping as the tight end went from the right side to the far sideline, and Josh just threw it too far.
Yeah, Josh kind of was pressured there at the last minute and tried to fit the ball into a small window there. But I like what I'm seeing so far from Smithson Valley, that they're trying to exploit some weaknesses they found in the secondary of Clemens, and they've already hit the big one earlier, and I expect to see them go down the field a few more times this game.
The two tight ends stay, this time to Hawes. Comes left side, goes out tackle, breaks a tackle, then gets wrapped up in the secondary by Braden Negrete. The junior safety stops him, but not until Josh has a first down.
Negrete with the good tackle, because if not, that might be 6 points. Indiana Hawes had some momentum going forward. It's so quick and so elusive and just such a downfield runner.
Indiana had the first down, not Josh. He runs a lot like Josh Dillon. They're about the same height and weight all the way across, but in any event, it's a first down for the Rangers. So two tight end step continues, a receiver either way. Now Rude comes in the backfield, and they run it with Hawes up the middle. A little bit of a trap look, and he gets across the 30 to about the 26 before the big linebacker. Yeah, that is Carter Brew, who brings him down on first down, a gain of about 7. It's second down and 3.
I like the balanced attack right now from Smithson Valley. They're not just running the ball exclusively, throwing the ball over the top, keeping Clemens guessing, so it opens up holes in the middle just like we had right there.
Game clock now goes under, 6 minutes to go. Rangers back to the line of scrimmage. Both tight ends on the left side now. Grotchett goes to the right. They'll fake the handoff, now throws it to Dillon. Tried to get a quick first down on just jet route forward. They'll spot him to about the 24, but he'll be a yard shy. It'll be third down and 1 as he gets pushed way back.
This is the big down upcoming for Smithson Valley here. 3rd and 1. Want to get that first down to keep the momentum going. Obviously, this has been a fast-paced first quarter. We're just now halfway through it, and it's already 14-7, threatening to put more points on the board already.
So the Rangers send a receiver either way now. A tight end on either side. Little jet sweep fake, and Atkins will run it. He's got seam up the middle. He avoids a tackler. Now he gets inside the 10 before he's finally wrapped up and dragged down. But not until Josh Atkins runs for nearly 20 yards and a first down. Spot him at the 4, first and goal for the Rangers.
You know, coming into this game, you heard all about Frank Harris's running ability. Josh Atkins want to give a little reminder that he can run the ball as well, coming in with 187 yards rushing on the season. And a great play on third down to get the ball now first and goal inside the 5.
Crazy look and run by Josh Atkins that time as people just weren't there, and he avoided them. Now on first down, he'll give it to Dawes coming left. A lot of defenders there, though. He'll get nothing, maybe lose a yard. The ball comes loose late, but they're going to spot him down, and I don't think there's any doubt forward progress had been well stopped. They'll mark him at about the 7, so it'll be second and goal from there.
Yeah, loss on the play there. Fortunate the ball was not out by the time he was down, because it looked like that was clear sailing for Clemens going the other way.
So again, the Rangers look.
2-yard loss on the play, second and goal from the 7.
Look to the sideline for the play. Trailing 14-7. They're trying to tie this game up with less than 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Atkins has a receiver wide right. Hawes up the middle. Fake, but he's got a tight end in the end zone, and that's Davis Grotchett, who catches his first touchdown of the season from Josh Atkins. And we're an extra point away from a tie score with 3:47 to go in the first quarter.
What a great play call by Larry Hill in Smithson Valley. Obviously, the running game has been going well on this series. A play action pass. Davis found wide open. Davis Grotchett found wide open in the middle for a touchdown for Smithson Valley.
So Grotchett's touchdown reception of 7 yards. The snap is bad on the extra point, and Bean The holder will have to try to throw it, and it'll go incomplete. And just like that, the missed extra point makes it 14-13. Clemens up by a single point.
No good.
Let's circle that play right now, Tony, because in a game that's seen offenses move up and down the field quickly, 1 point can make the difference in the game later on in the fourth quarter.
Well, I seem to remember last year somebody missed an extra point at some point in that game. Clemens did late in the game. That's why they had to go. No.
I think they just decided to go for two.
They just went for two.
That was their decision late in the game, but it might be something that Smithson Valley has to do, having to go for two now because you're down by a point.
Crazy. The extra point, no good. Again, 3:47 to go here in the opening frame. 8 plays, 55 yards. It took them 3 minutes and 41 seconds. The Rangers, and while we had hoped they were going to tie the game, at least they have got back within a point, and we're even on touchdowns now, 2 for each team here in the opening quarter. Still over 3.5 minutes to go.
Man, 3:41 on that drive. That was kind of slow for this game so far, hasn't it? I think it's the first one that's cracked over the 2-minute mark.
Well, we tried to match theirs, which was just one play last time. So the Buffalo offense will come back on the field after the Mason Reed kickoff. Looks like it's Brown again. 2 yards deep, comes out. Left sideline again for the third time. This time tries to wiggle right, avoids one, but doesn't even get back to the 20. He might have been better suited to go down on a knee. They'll start from the 16 as a whole bunch of Rangers were there. A whole bunch of Rangers.
Fortune right there for Smith. Could have kneeled the ball and got better field position. Stopped him back there on the 15-yard line. Tony, right now, there's 263 total yards of offense for both teams, and we still have 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
I think what's even remarkable is they both have 263 yards of total offense. Or is that combined? So combined. So that's not quite as impressive to me. First down play. That's Harris trying to avoid. Boy, he just keeps going. We talked about it mildly in the pregame, Mike, but as there's a flag on the play, so we'll decipher that for you in just a second. Frank Harris is clearly the most dynamic runner of the football at the quarterback position I have seen in years. And already, just a couple of minutes into this game, he's made some plays that just wow you. This time it looks like it's a penalty on the defense, so we'll see what they will do. As he got about 6 yards, as they started the drive on the 16, he got out to about the 22 before the Rangers finally brought him down. But I believe it is a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be 1st and 5 for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, you're exactly right about Frank Harris. He's so dynamic. He's so tall. He's so big. He's so elusive. But he's also large enough, as I said earlier, to break through arm tackles. And if he gets out in open field, good luck.
Got a great stiff arm, too, to keep a tackler away. They fake the jet sweep, give it to Baker up the middle. He'll get a few yards, not quite a first down, up to the 24 before linebackers Jack Gibbons and Brandon Arnold on the defensive line combined to make the tackle.
Yeah, look, Jacob Zuber, he swung in there and kind of broke off of his block to get the tackle on Baker to keep him from breaking open for the first down.
So 2nd down and 2 for the Buffaloes from the 24. Harris gives it to Baker. He gets wrapped up. Nobody giving him any room there. It is a whole bunch. Fullen, Zuber, inside, Arnold. Gibbons got in on everybody on the defensive line and linebacker set got in there and had a chance of it. He loses, we'll call it official loss of 2 back to the 22. It's 3rd and 4.
That was basically the definition of everybody in the box there, just crowding the line of scrimmage so Baker could not break away.
So 3rd down and 4 from the 22. This would be a big stop for the Rangers if they can get it. Somebody's going to have to spy on Harris, though, and not let him get loose. Harris with a lone back behind him. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. He's in motion. They'll fake it to him. Now throw it over the middle. It's intercepted. That's Bean. He's got the left sideline. He's got 1 blocker. He'll take it across the 15, the 10. Dives to the end zone. He's out of bounds, though. He stepped out of bounds at the 5. But the Rangers come up with the first defensive stop by way of interception. And they're 1st and goal from the 5 on a big play here in the first quarter.
What a great play by Chandler Beam. A tipped pass from Frank Harris right into his arms, almost took it back all the way to the end zone, got a key block.
I'm trying to figure out who tipped it. I don't know if it was a linebacker or a lineman. I don't think any of us really saw it. There's a flag on the play late, and that might be some kind of illegal block after the interception happened. It seems to be that's the way the officials are moving. There's a block in the back. So instead of having 1st and goal at the 5, all of a sudden it'll be 1st and 10, it looks like at the 45. So a big change of field position, but still the Rangers have the ball after the turnover, and that's the best news we can have.
What a borderline call on the block. I saw it as it was coming, and I thought actually it was a clean block on the shoulder pad, but I guess the back was turned just a little bit. The rule is if you see the numbers from the back, don't hit them at all, and I guess a little number was showing there.
Sitting here thinking, if you saw it, was it behind the play? Because he caught it and came this way immediately. Did it happen right when he caught it?
It was after he caught it, and he was coming around this end toward us. So just as he's about to turn the corner, it was the block that kind of helped him turn the corner.
All right. So Rangers offense, 2 receivers to the left. I believe it's Woodard on. No, it's not Woodard out there. Here's a pass. It's one of the backup receivers. Hilston comes in, makes a nice catch, and then gets wrapped up after about a 6-yard gain, maybe 7. Michael Hilston, his 3rd reception of the season. And that one is a good one on 1st down. It's 2nd down and about 3 as they spotted at the 38.
Smithson Valley using a method of just bringing in different receivers, almost like a platoon, different guys getting open and getting yardage down the field.
We'll just say it real quietly because we don't want the defense to know, but Trayvon Merrick Woodard has just walked onto the field as he will be the receiver on the far side. We'll see how they adjust to it because, again, I told you he's only caught 4 passes this season, but 3 of them have been for touchdowns. He's on the far side. One of the 2, he and Martinez are both there. They'll fake it. Now they'll throw a little bubble screen to Woodard. He has a blocker. It's by Martinez. Tries to avoid one tackler. Gets a 1st down. Gets across the 25 before he's dragged down right at the 25. So a 1st down catch off the pass by Woodard, and the Rangers are 1st and 10 at the 25.
Woodard with just such speed, quickness, elusiveness. He's the guy you got to get the ball in his hands, and you can see that there. Made a quick catch and then did the rest basically on his own getting down the field.
Woodard stays on for this 1st down play. This time he'll come left with Martinez, both on the left side. The tight end Grotchett is on the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Atkins. He'll take the stand-up, gives it to Hawes up the middle, wiggles in and out, now gets 4, maybe 5 yards across the 20. They'll spot him at the 23. That's actually a gain of almost 7. It's 2nd down, actually 2nd down and 4 from the 24 as Indiana Hawes, actually that's Nick Aiken, pardon me. Nick Aiken, the sophomore running back at 5'8" and 150, has been elusive. That's his, well, he's had 8 total yards so far, and that one's 6, so he's almost doubled his output on the season with that 1 carry. He came in last week really for the first time, had 6 carries for 8 yards. His long was 4, now he has gone past that.
He's averaging 1.3 yards a carry. With that helps the average when you get 6 yards on one
And
carry.
the first quarter will come to an end. We've got a ball game here. It's Clemens 14, Smithson Valley 13. This is Smithson Valley football on the Ranger Network.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this. Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
Hey, what do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach and we have smiles to make.
To purchase tickets or for more information,
Clemens Buffaloes lead the Rangers 14-13 as we're back to Lehnhoff Stadium for the start of the second quarter. A very, very offensive-minded first quarter with each team scoring a couple of touchdowns. The difference in the game right now is the Rangers missed their final extra point, and they trail by a point, but they're on the move now. 2nd down and about 4 from the 19-yard line. We'll see as we come out of the quarter break what head coach Larry Hill and the Rangers come up with offensively.
What an eventful first quarter there for us, Tony. We had so much offense, and it looks like Smithson Valley is trying to get the scoring going. Started early in the second quarter.
And the play clock finally starts as the Rangers are out. 2 receivers left. Atkins wants to run, has a lead blocker ahead of him, but gets not much, up to about the 23, so maybe a yard of offense as he's spun around by Anthony Graham, one of the linebackers, who has 31 tackles on the season, the shorter of the 2 brothers at 5'9", 170, and he's a junior. Rangers have 3rd down and 2 from, it looks like, the 18-yard line.
Yeah, Josh with the design quarterback draw there, but didn't really have the speed to get outside of the linebackers.
So the Rangers split 2 to the right. One of them's Woodard. Nick Aiken in the backfield with Rude. Atkins on 3rd and 2. It gives it to Aiken. He tries to muscle ahead, needs to get to the 15, and I think they're going to mark him just shy. The line judge on the far side is going to end up, looks like the nose of the ball is going to not quite touch the 15, and I think that's where it needs to get for a first down. So it's going to be 4th and inches for the Rangers. We'll have to see what the coaching staff wants to go. It looks like they're going to keep the ball and go for it on 4th down. One of my biggest personal reasons why I don't like the shotgun in this scenario is you can't do a quarterback sneak, and I think that's the easiest thing to do on 4th and inches.
You move the ball back 5 yards when you do a shotgun snap on a play like this.
Here's a little motion. Atkins will go, and it goes off right side and has more than the first down. Inside the 10, inside the 5, before he's wrestled down to the ground by Negrete. And it's 1st and goal for the Rangers on a nice run by Josh Atkins, who was trying to get an inch and got almost 10 yards.
I guess he told us we don't know what we're talking about since we don't like the shotgun snap, and he ended up getting about 12 yards on that play for the first down.
So the Rangers have it, 1st and goal now from the 4. A receiver either way. Now in motion is Grotchett. They'll run it. Looks like Hawes is back in the game, and he's wrapped up by Didomenico.
Nick Aiken, the ball carrier.
It was Aiken again. Pardon me. He's still on the field.
Tackle by Zach Didomenico.
Gets to the 2, so 2nd down and goal from the 2.
Nice tackle of the last minute by Clemens, or Aiken looked like he was about to walk in and get his first touchdown of the season.
Aiken still in the backfield with Atkins. Martinez right, Dillon left. Tight end Grotchett's on the right side. Now in motion, and did somebody move? Obviously that looks like that's the case.
We have a flag before the ball can be snapped.
Line judge comes over and talks to the referee. Illegal procedure is the indication. So instead of 2nd and goal from the 2, it'll be 2nd and goal from the 7. And the Rangers will have a little more room from which to operate.
Those penalties can be a killer down there on the goal line. You've got 2nd and 2, 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. You run the ball. But I personally tend to think if you have a little bit more room, opens up the playbook a little bit more.
I don't think there's any doubt. Atkins wants to throw a little corner route or little in route by Dillon, but that ball never got there as it was batted around. So it's 3rd down and goal from the 7.
I like the route, but the ball was kind of thrown very low. I'm not sure if it even got over the top of the lineman as it went over the line of scrimmage.
So another 3rd down call for the Rangers as 3rd down conversions. So far tonight, Smithson Valley is 4 for 4. See if they can keep that string going. 3rd and goal from the 7. The Rangers, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now motion. They give it to Dillon, who throws to the end zone to Martinez, and he throws it too far, and Martinez can't get to it. What a nicely designed play, as Dillon was the thrower on the little jet sweep, and he threw it too high, and Edwin Martinez, the junior receiver who's had a big couple of games, just couldn't reach up and grab it. So it goes incomplete, and here comes Mason Reed for a field goal try. With 9:05 to go in the second quarter, the Rangers trailing by 1, 14-13. They'll try to take the lead. Snap good, hold good, kick hits the upright and goes no good. So the Buffaloes maintain the lead of 14-13 with 9:01 to go in the second quarter. We'll take this timeout and we'll be right back. And we're back at Lehnhoff Stadium as Frank Harris is in the backfield, ready for a first down play. Throws it on a quick little route to a receiver on the right side. Gibbons brings him down after about a 7-yard gain. That is again number 82, the receiver Peyton Bass, who's probably had as big a night as anybody tonight for them other than Teskey's long touchdown reception. He's caught 3 balls now on my recollection. Now they send 2 receivers left, one to the right, no huddle. They fake the handoff. No, they give the handoff. It's Baker coming left. Not much. I don't know if he'll get anything.
Cameron Baker, the ball carrier.
As he's brought down.
Tackle by Jaden Deaton.
By a player who hadn't. It's Jaden Deaton, the running back who got moved to linebacker. We need to get him on the depth chart better than I have because he's making plays, and he made some last week as a linebacker. Now he's in there providing, again, good depth, and he got a tackle there for no gain. It's 3rd and 3.
I was having a tough time figuring out who to call that play because I didn't think a running back was on the field.
He was moved to linebacker last week in the Wagner game, and that's where he is. Up the middle. This is Brown, I believe, and he'll get a first down across the 35 to the 39, as that one was just a quick hitter that went right through the line of scrimmage. They'll mark him clear up to the 40 where it's 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes.
Once again, if Mason Pierce doesn't make that tackle there, that's a touchdown for Clemens.
So three running backs now in the backfield. It's a jet sweep fake. Harris keeps it, pulls it out of the belly of Brown, spins ahead before he's dragged down near the 45-yard line. That is Colt Fullen with the tackle after a gain of almost 4 to the 44. It's 2nd down and 6.
It's one of the few times so far we've seen the zone read where Frank kind of takes the ball and keeps it himself so far in this game.
So 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now Brown goes from right to left and back to left, and he'll take the handoff. A little trap play, breaks 1 tackle, then gets stopped.
Marshawn Brown, the ball carrier.
That is the safety.
Taylor Nix.
Actually, the linebacker, Nix, that comes in and makes a stop after a couple of yards, maybe 3. It's 3rd down and 3.
Nix has been very active so far on the defensive side of the ball for Smithson Valley, getting in, forcing bad passes, and making tackles as just before the secondary.
He's had a couple of big games, up to 2nd on the team with 33 tackles, including 2 for loss. Here's a big 3rd down. 3rd down and 3 from the 47. Harris, a couple of fakes, now hands it. I think that's Brown again, and the defense is there, and he won't get much. He might actually lose, but we'll say no gain as he gets spotted back to the 47. It'll be 4th down and 3, and what will the Buffaloes do? They don't like to punt.
Yeah, Frank's very upset coming off the field right now, Frank Harris for Clemens. It looks like Clemens is going to punt for the first time in this game. First punt for both teams, and we're actually still in the first half.
I got Frank Harris. I say run the ball, Frank.
Yeah.
The listed punter is Zachary Adams, who's averaged about 32 yards a kick this season. Not real sure what the number is. If you guys see it, let me know. They have to call a timeout because they don't have enough players on the field. That might be Domenico, the linebacker, who also has punted this season for a 33-yard average. So it looks like he will be called upon to punt after a timeout by Clemens. We'll keep it here, as my biggest fear again is it's a real short timeout and they come back before we're done with the commercial break. But Domenico again, I guess he's actually handled more punts, 13 on the season for almost 34 yards punt. Adams with 4 kicks for 32 yards. So Domenico, the Big defender is in for the kick. As we come back to live action, it is 4th down and 3 from the 47 of Clemens. Back to receive is Woodard, easily the most dangerous punt returner we know. Averages 21 yards of punt return. This end-over-end kick goes to the near sideline, and it will bound into the end zone as Woodard watches it go over his head, and the Rangers will start 1st and 10 from their own 20.
That's a dangerous play always for the returner to kind of let the ball bounce. You don't want to field it inside your own 10, but you worry when it goes to the corner like that it might go out of bounds. But good break for the Rangers. Ball goes into the end zone. Not going to start deep in their own territory for another drive. Maybe a chance to put some points on the board again here.
Second time in a row, our defense has come up with a stop, so that's good news for Smithson Valley as the offense comes back on the field. The Rangers really haven't been stopped. They missed a field goal try last time out, so here's their 4th possession of the game. Atkins to Hawes. Got some room, has some room across the 25, now the 30 into the secondary. Good enough for a 1st down before he's dragged down, finally out near the 32 or 33-yard line. Looked like Darius Van Dyke, the corner on that side, who has 22 tackles on the season, got a piece of him and brought him down along with a couple of other defenders. But 1st down yardage by Hawes, and they finally do move the chains as it's at the 32.
That trap or draw play has worked just all night for Smithson Valley. Hawes is getting a huge hole and then breaking off to the outside to get big yardage.
Kind of a draw, but a lot of little trap principles with the guards pulling. So 2 receivers, Dillon and Martinez, both break to the right. There's 2 backs in the backfield. It's a handoff to Hawes going left against the money. He's got some room on the sideline. 2 men to beat. Finally knocked out of bounds, but not till he's deep into Clemens territory, out near the 36-yard line where the Rangers will go 1st and 10 again. And Van Dyke, along with DeDomenico, the linebacker, clear out there chasing him. But Hawes with a nice long run of over 25 yards, 24 to be exact.
Hawes might be having his coming out party tonight. Came into the game with 151 yards on the season, easily approaching 100 yards for the game so far today.
I thought I was right. It's finally Austin corrects me. 32 yards on the carry by Indiana Hawes, who had 151 yards coming in, and he's got probably close to 70 right now. 75 on 9 carries. So the running game is working right now for the Rangers as they'll try to help that carry them, hope that will help carry them into the end zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 36. We go to Hawes again, same side, left side, has some room, wiggles inside, cuts back across the 20, now makes another cut back and finally runs out of gas as he goes toppling down near the 10-yard line where the Rangers will have 1st and goal. Indiana Hawes goes over 100 yards or close to it as he gains about 25 on that one to the 9-yard line.
You have to wonder, Tony, because Jacob Deaton came in with the 2nd most carries and 2nd most yards on the team. Moving him to the other side of the ball as a linebacker now has opened up that spot for Indiana Hawes to take over, and he has jumped into that role this game.
And Deaton has enjoyed linebacker. Here's another handoff. This is Hawes going right. Not much room there as he's dragged and thrown down. The big defensive tackle, Daniel Williams, a little extra effort there to throw him down back at the 10-yard line, so a loss of 1. It's now 2nd and goal from just outside the 10.
Normally I would say here it'd be a good time for a play-action pass because they're running the ball so well with Hawes. Fake it to him again and just maybe kind of go over the top. It worked on the other side of the field earlier.
I'm almost thinking, I'm agreeing with you there. I tried that sweep to Hawes going left and maybe a wheel route to the right with somebody. I do think they need to pass it on 2nd down, though. 2nd down and goal. Atkins, straight drop back. Wanted to throw it to Hawes on a little flat route. Nothing there. He'll scramble ahead up inside the 5. Atkins will go down. It'll be 3rd and goal from just inside the 5 for the Rangers.
Nice decision by Atkins to not throw the ball on the outside. It wasn't open. He could have forced it, but they might have lost yards actually on the play.
Might have been a pick 6.
Yeah, it was a nice decision to hold on to the ball. Actually, good hand strength to because he kind of pump faked it out there like he was really going to throw it, but was strong enough to hold the ball and bring it back down.
Atkins now sends Martinez to the right, Grotchett and Dillon to the left. Vicknair's in the game with Hawes in the backfield. Atkins looks right, throws it over the top. Martinez, corner, touchdown, nice catch. Edwin Martinez his 6th of the season, his 4th in the last 2 games, and the Rangers have taken the lead now at 19-14, the extra point to come, and we'll see if they go for 2.
That's the second time tonight we've seen Josh Atkins on a touchdown pass absolutely drop it right in the basket. A great fade route right over the top. Edwin Martinez with a nice catch, getting actually both feet in bounds for the touchdown.
I thought with so many offensive players staying on the field, they might decide to go for 2. Larry Hill says no. They'll try to kick the extra point. Here's Mason Reed. Snap the kick. Upright. Good. And the Rangers have gone up 20-14 with 2:56 to go in the first half. We will take a quick timeout, and then we will be back on the Ranger Network.
Hey, Rangers fans! Have you joined the Rangers Network? If not, now's the time. It's easy and free to subscribe. Get your phones out. Text the word Rangers to 42828 to stay in touch with all the latest Rangers news. Want that again? Text the word Rangers to 42828. Go Rangers!
The Rangers lead it 20-14 as we're back to Lehnhoff Stadium. Martinez on the 10-yard pass from Atkins, and the extra point kick is good. The Rangers lead it 20-14, 2:56 to go in the half, and the Rangers will kick off to the Buffaloes. Drive goes 80 yards on 6 plays, takes 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Again, thanks to Austin Milam, always quick on the stats, as the Rangers really need another defensive stop here to end the half. Mason Reed will put a toe to it at the 40. End over end kick, angles right. That's Brown at the 8. Up the left sideline where he's hung out all night long on kick returns. Does avoid the first group of tacklers, but's brought down finally at about the 28. Looked like a bunch of players. Gibbons was in on that one along with Josh Hansen on kick coverage. And that's where the Buffaloes will start at their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10.
The Rangers doing a good job of pinning him down on the left side on kickoffs so far all night, and kind of maybe shortening the field so he can't get a big return going.
Coverage has been good, without a doubt. So 1st and 10 with 2:50 to go in the half. Buffaloes trail the Rangers 20-14. Harris looking left, wants to throw it. A quick pass out to the receiver, but not much of a gain. Pass caught by Teskey, who caught the long touchdown pass. This one only for about 2 or 3 yards, I think out to about the 33.
Going back to what we said earlier, forcing Clemens to throw the ball is not their strong suit. And Smithson Valley has done a great job of kind of closing up those early holes that we saw and forcing the Buffaloes to go to the air.
Without a huddle, they go back at it. 3 receivers this side. They'll keep it. This is Harris. Tries to wiggle around, but is brought down. Who's at the bottom of that pile? That is Jaden Deaton, the running back who's playing linebacker. Gets in there and tackles Frank Harris with basically just a short 1-yard gain. It's 3rd and 6. They have to get to the 39-yard line. They're at the 33. Harris has 2 receivers wide left, now another one in motion. That was almost illegal motion. Harris wants to scramble, tries to spin, doesn't get it. Brandon Arnold brought him down with a nice job by the defensive tackle. The senior at 245 caught the most elusive runner I've seen all year. Frank Harris goes down, and it's 4th and about, well, let's say a long 2 from the 37-yard line. And here comes the punt unit.
You have to wonder if Harris is starting to get frustrated because he's been able to do what he wants for most of the game so far this season, and 2 plays in a row, he tries to run up the middle and can only get 3 or 4 yards because that Ranger defense is just shutting him down right now.
And let me remind you, folks, this is a guy who averages 13 yards every time he carries the ball. The last 2 only 3 yards, and there's penalties before the snap goes off. Not sure call, so that'll back him up 5 yards. So instead of 4th and 2, it'll be 4th and 7. By the way, the Smithson Valley touchdown just a couple of minutes ago, the only points of the second quarter so far. And after the explosive 2 touchdown each first quarter, only 1 touchdown in the second quarter. So the defenses have reacted a little bit and have reacted better than they did in the first quarter. So DiDomenico will punt. The line of scrimmage is the 32. He'll punt it somewhere around the 20. This spiraling kick will be fielded by Woodard just inside the 25. beats the first man. Now they've got him cornered. Now he backs up. Now he tries to go up the middle and has some seam, and then runs into his own guy as well as a tackler, as Trayvon Woodard makes a 10-yard return, as exciting as you can make it, and the Rangers will start with 51 seconds to go, 1st and 10 from their own 35.
That was like a video game. He just kind of moved around, reminiscent of the human joystick, Dante Hall from back in the Texas A&M days, just jumping and jiving, moving all around to get 10 yards, but he probably ran about 30.
The punt goes by DiDomenico, goes for 45 yards. The return will give him unofficially 12. So I thought he caught it at about the 23. So the ball is 1st and 10 from the 35. Again, 51 seconds to go here in the opening half. 3 receivers right, a lone setback with Atkins. There's 1 receiver on the left. Little stop and go by Martinez on the left. Atkins wants to throw but will have to run. He'll come to the sideline. He gets hit out of bounds. I don't know why that's not a penalty. I thought he was a step out of bounds, but nobody's saying, well, it's their sideline. What would they say?
Yeah.
Give him a run of about 5 up to the 40. The clock runs off 8 seconds, so 43 are left, and it's 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, it was very, very close. Borderline hit. Smart, though, by Atkins to get out of bounds and stop the clock with 43 seconds to go.
That was linebacker Johnny Graham who hit him right on the sideline. So it is 2nd and 5 from the 40. Instead of a bunch of receivers, now only 2 receivers, 1 either way. There's 3 backs in the backfield with Atkins. Here's Nick Aiken going left on a sweep. Breaks 1 tackle, gets a 1st down before DiDomenico brings him down at about the 47-yard line. Maybe 48. Give him a gain of about 8 yards. It's 1st down for the Rangers. Clock is stopped momentarily at the 37-second mark, and then the Rangers call a timeout themselves. We will take a timeout with them as you're listening to Smithson Valley Football on the Ranger Network.
This November, vote for a man who knows how to be an American in America for Americans. Vote for Coach Hill for President of the United States. He's not afraid of anything.
And then the ninjas come out of the forest.
Ninjas?
Who wouldn't vote for a president who had ninjas in their video?
But I don't want to be the president.
But you're from Texas, Coach, and that makes you a shoo-in. I'll make sure to play that in the video.
But it doesn't matter, because I don't want...
I know! We should get John Wayne to be in your video.
John Wayne?
I can hear it now. The new president of the United States of America is...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just have to say that if I was president, I couldn't coach football anymore.
Well then, I'm officially resigning as your campaign manager and vice president.
Okay then.
Coach, how tall do you think you have to be to run?
And we're back to Lehnhoff Stadium. A fake of a handoff. Atkins looking deep, has Dillon across the middle, and I think he caught it inside the 20, goes down inside the 15. What a beautiful pass by Josh Atkins to keep putting it in front of Josh Dillon as he ran from the hash to the center of the field and runs into a great catch and a big gain and another 1st down for the Rangers. And now there's another timeout as the game clock goes to 29 seconds. The Rangers will use another timeout. This time we'll keep it here, as that was another great throw and catch.
Wow, you know, Tony, wow. Just wow. What a throw by Josh Atkins, and what a job by Dillon to go down and get the ball. Just the air attack has been really, really strong today for Smithson Valley and putting themselves in a great spot. 30 seconds to go, 1 timeout, and you're already inside the 20-yard line.
So 29 ticks of the clock to go from the 14. The Rangers will have 1st and 10. 29 seconds. You got a chance for another 1st down inside the 5. So you're figuring maybe 3 or 4. They got 1 timeout left. Is that right?
Yeah, they got 1 left. So
you could get at least 4 plays probably, maybe 3 good ones if it takes some time. If you don't get a 1st down.
Yeah, you could even run the ball here on 1st down.
I think so.
Because you've got that timeout in your back pocket. The way they've been running the ball, who knows, you might get the 1st down while running the ball, and then you're even better shape.
So they come back out in unison. 2 receivers, Rude and Martinez, are right. Dillon is by himself on the left. The lone setback is Aiken. They'll fake it to Aiken. It's Dillon on the sweep from the right side. Doesn't have much room. Finally gets out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. So a good job of getting out of bounds to stop the clock with 21 seconds to go. But that'll bring up second down and about 8.
Yeah, that was a great job. You said the best part of that play was getting out of bounds, saving that timeout with 21 seconds to go. The play took a little bit longer than you would like it to, especially if you're only going to get 2 yards. But smart to get out of bounds there.
So on second and about, we'll call it a long 8 or a short 8. Atkins has a receiver either way. Fakes the handoff to Aiken. Has Martinez. The ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Had Martinez going to the corner again, and the defensive back pops off to him. That's Braden Negrete, who said something like, "You're not going to do that again," as Martinez angled to the corner of the end zone, but Atkins' pass was knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw the deflection there. I thought it just came out of his hand in a weird kind of way and just kind of fell out of his hand.
It looked like Tyler Smith, the big defensive end, not big, he's 5'11", 215, but it looked like he got a hand on it on the left side. So Atkins now on 3rd and 8 from the 11. 2 receivers either side. Looking left, now gets some pressure, now has to roll, has some time now, throws to the end zone. Martinez, he's out of bounds. He had to slide to go down for the catch, and he had to put his feet out of bounds basically to make the catch. It's 4th down, and here comes the field goal unit.
Yeah, a nice throw by Atkins, but just didn't have enough real estate to stay in bounds to get the touchdown there.
And really so many defenders between he and receiver covered. Martinez was covered, that his problem was trying to put it in a window small enough for him to catch it and not get intercepted.
He did a good job of that, putting, like you said, the one spot he could, but just not enough room to get 1 foot in bounds at all.
So Mason Reed will come on and try another field goal. His field goal try earlier hit the upright and was no good. This one from 29 yards. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick end over end is also good. It's 23-14 on the 29-yard field goal by Mason Reed. The sophomore kicker has really started to put things together this year and has really come on, at least of late, and that's a big field goal to give you a 9-point lead.
Yeah, it's a 2-score game right now as you go into halftime, and with 5 seconds to go until halftime. And as you said earlier, I'm going to go back to what you said at the beginning of the game. They deferred. The Rangers get the ball to start the second half. You have momentum going into the half. You've got a Clemens Buffalo team whose offense was very frustrated coming off last time. The defense is going to get a little bit of rest at halftime, but your offense has not been stopped at all yet, and you have a chance to go up by possibly as many as 16 points to start the second half.
And now you just protect the back to any kind of a kickoff return here, as the Rangers have done a good job so far tonight to pin what has been nothing but Brown returning it. And he's been on the left sideline and kind of bottled in every time he's tried. Marshawn Brown.
They've kicked to the left side every single time. It hasn't given him a lot of room. I might just do the exact same thing. Normally I like a squib kick here with 5 seconds to go, but do the same thing. It's been working all night long. Don't change it.
Brown on the season on kickoff returns had returned 4 for 70 yards, or about 17 yards per. Tonight, I don't think he's had anything better than that, or at least not much better than that. Reed will put a toe to it. This is kind of a topping end-over-end kick, fielded and downed at the 30-yard line, and no time went off the clock. Tell me how that happens, boys and girls.
That's home cooking, Tony.
So the ball was fielded, downed, tackled, and no time went off the clock. So they have 5 seconds for one play. And look, everybody go deep and don't let Frank Harris get elusive.
Yeah, you don't. If you're the Smithson Valley Rangers, you're not watching the Georgia Bulldog defense against Tennessee. You're not looking for any Hail Marys to get caught. You want to knock the ball down and don't let anybody get deep behind you at all.
And it looks like they're just going to huddle or come out in the victory formation and not try to do anything, as they've got their tailback about 15 yards deep. Frank Harris is surrounded, so it looks like they're going to snap the ball and he'll go down on a knee. And that's what happens, and that's the end of the first half. So, at halftime, the Rangers lead the Buffaloes of Clemens 23-14 in what has been a marvelously well-played first half. A lot of offense in the first quarter, a lot of defense in the second quarter, but the Rangers have been the only people who scored in the second quarter, and they lead by 9.
Yeah, just an interesting first half there. We started off, we thought we were going to have another 56-57 shootout, and it kind of slowed down to a pretty good, solid, strong football game so far in the first half.
And it looks good right now for the Rangers, as we're going to give way to the Smithson Valley Ranger Band as they will perform first tonight. We'll come back with stats and some other things as we go through our halftime show here at Lehnhoff Stadium. But right now, it's the Rangers marching band on the Ranger Network.
And now, the award-winning Silver Spurs, along with feature twirler Cameron Shows and feature twirler Sophie Gilbert. Tonight, the Silver Spurs are being led onto the field by Second Lieutenant Lauren Nelson, First Lieutenant Sophia Drews, Major Haley Chamorro, Lieutenant Colonel Rachel Dearder, and Colonel Carolee Berger. The Silver Spurs are under the direction of Ashton Burchell. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Gracie Hedgepeth. The Dancer Girl of the Week is Madison Forbes. This evening, the Silver Spurs are performing a field skirt routine to Deepen the Heart of Texas.
If I need to go in the very back, can I walk through the field, like that way? Yeah, you can. I mean, they're back there. You can set our stuff. The 2016-17 Silver Spur Social Board officers are President Maddie Klaus, Vice President Allison Haynes, Chaplain Lauren West, Social Officer Maddie Mulder, and Caitlin Sinelli. Tonight, the Ranger Band will be performing a portion of their 2016 UIL show entitled Extreme Deception. Tonight's performance to the Rocha and Bottleberg families, the hearts of your Ranger Band are with you. Ranger fans, would you please stand and show your support as the Smithson Valley Ranger Band performs the Ranger Fight Song. The directors of the Ranger Band are Matt Bainey, Dane Vereen, Jeff Yates, and Sam Woodfield. The Ranger Band section of the week is the clarinet. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance. The voice of the Ranger Band is Robert Gordon.
If you lost your cell phone...
Cool, right? I can control just about everything in my home from my phone since GVTC installed our Connect Home security system. Whoa, I just got a text that somebody opened my window. I'm setting off the alarm.
Get GVTC security monitoring 24/7 and even control your thermostat, lights, and cameras if you upgrade to our Connect Home system. GVTC, just plain smart.
Oh, by the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting. When? Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat, too.
No! Sure, honey. How many are coming?
I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Mo's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am, we can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am, we can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete in the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this. Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
Hey, what do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach, and we have smiles to make.
Get your guns up. Do you know exactly what qualifies it to be a marsupial? We have a whole new group of seniors this year, but some things always stay the same. Get your phones out, text your mama hi, and tell her you love her. On the field, they're all business, but in here, it's all fun and games. Coach Hill's gonna be pretty impressed. Nick, when does that noise come in handy?
Hello from the other side.
Ooh. Can you imitate Coach Shen for me? Are you NASCAR material? After I get done watching my Minecraft videos, draw me a picture of Coach Hill. Watch Senior Moments with Emily every week on Inside Rangers Football.
Am I gonna have to do laps after that, Coach?
We're back to Lehnhoff Stadium. Tony Brubaker and Mike Benson, along with statistician Austin Milam. The Rangers lead at 23-14. We are at halftime and other scores around the district with Mike.
Well, Judson and Wagner in their own school district showdown tonight at Rutledge Stadium. It's 23-0 Judson at the half. The Rumpels Unicorns on the road at East Central tonight, 14-3 Unicorns over the Hornets at halftime. And the Steel Knights, another shutout, 14-0 at half, closer than we thought, over the Canyon Cougars.
And now stats look like this as we come back. 11 first downs for the Smithson Valley Rangers to 5 for Clemens. Looks like rushing yardage. The Rangers 158 yards on 20 carries for almost 8 yards a carry. The Buffaloes have rushed for 84 yards on 15 carries, or 5.5 yards a carry. 4 for 7 is Frank Harris and the Buffaloes with 1 interception and a total of 100 yards for Josh Atkins. 9 of 15 for 138 yards, 15 yards of reception, doing pretty good on that. Total offense, 296 for the Rangers, 184 for the Buffaloes. Not really penalties, 2 for the Rangers, 1 for the Buffaloes. The only turnover is that interception, and that was again by Frank Harris. Individually, again, Indiana Hawes, a coming out party tonight. 11 carries, 100 yards, 9 yards per carry to lead that running attack. Josh Atkins again, he's actually 9 of 14, not 9 of 15. Josh Dillon has 1 incompletion. And Cameron Baker for the Clemens Buffaloes, 6 carries, 46 yards, 7.5 yards a carry. And the leading receivers, 2 for Edwin Martinez, including a touchdown. Grotchett also had a 7-yard touchdown. And Logan Teskey, 2 receptions, one of them a touchdown, a 70-yard catch for the Buffaloes. So we're at halftime. Again, the Rangers lead at 23-14. We'll be back after more of this.
This November, vote for a man who knows how to be an American in America for Americans. Vote for Coach Hill for President of the United States. He's not afraid of anything.
And then the ninjas come out of the forest.
Ninjas?
Who wouldn't vote for a president who had ninjas in their video?
But I don't want to be the president.
But you're from Texas, Coach, and that makes you a shoo-in. I'll make sure to put that in the video.
But it doesn't matter, because I don't want...
I know! We should get John Wayne to be in your video.
John Wayne?
I can hear it now. The new president of the United States of America is...
Whoa. I just have to say that if I was president, I couldn't coach football anymore.
Well then, I'm officially resigning as your campaign manager and vice president.
Okay then.
Coach, how tall do you think you have to be to run for president?
This political ad was paid for by Wick Productions. Watching a video is just better than reading stuff.
I'm privileged to work at GVTC, not only to work for a company that provides excellent products and services, but also through the GVTC Foundation to be able to support the communities that we work and live in, serving those communities.
Any individual can donate. We're a nonprofit 501c3, so it's a tax-deductible donation.
That we're on the right track partnering with our communities as we continue to seek ways to grow the GVTC Foundation.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this.
Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
Hey, what do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach and we have smiles to make.
Get your guns up. Do you know Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. Hey, guys, you know what I'm going to ask you to do.
Text our moms.
That's right. Text your mamas. All right, so I'm here with Cole, Dylan, and Chris. Cole, I have a question for you.
Sure.
If sponges didn't grow in the ocean, would the ocean actually be deeper?
I don't know.
Good question.
It would be less deep because then there would be less sponges, so then the water would go down because there'd be...
Honestly, I just thought about
that. That was a deep answer. Yeah.
That was a deep answer.
Serving up all types of knowledge today.
Dylan,
yes,
what
ma'am.
is the longest amount of days you've gone without taking a shower?
You know, I'm a very clean person, so I'd probably say like a day.
That's
I
good.
don't know. I don't
Your
really,
mom will be happy
I
to
don't
hear
really
that.
enjoy it smelling like I haven't showered. Yeah.
Your mom will be proud.
Doubt it. My mom would be proud.
Chris,
Yeah.
if you were going to get in a fight, would you rather get in a fight with 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I ask people that every day. I'd honestly fight 100 duck-sized horses.
Horses?
They'd be easy to beat. You know, a horse-sized duck probably bite your head off with that big bill. I'm serious.
That's
a lot of little horses running at you.
It is, but you know, what are they gonna do? Bite you with their little mouths? I mean, they're small. You just kick them off.
I mean, they got like them hooves though, you know. They could just.
No, they're not gonna do
stampede
anything.
over you.
Get a crowd surf on them.
Speaking of ducks, I have a joke for you.
Oh boy.
What did the duck say after he bought lipstick?
What did he say?
Put it on my bill.
Oh no.
What did that? See, they all watched it last year. You hear that? Okay, here we go.
What time is it when an elephant sits on a fence?
I don't know. What time is it when an elephant sits on a fence?
It's time to get a new fence.
It will definitely be time to get a new fence.
Boom.
Okay, guys, I have a challenge for you. I would like you to work as a group and draw Coach Shen for me.
Yes. You know, right. Get it. Yes, sir. All right. We
Draw
add
the
some
little bubble. Get the little bubble up.
All right, hurry
He's
up.
got to have some hair. Let the man live a little.
Draw some sunglasses.
Wait,
on.
what are we gonna?
Oh, you gotta give him some.
Draw his neck.
Give him the glass.
Wait.
Draw his neck.
Draw his here.
Alright, I'll draw the body,
You
guys.
didn't know
No,
that.
just
You
draw
did
the
the
words.
hair.
I can't draw the. I'd have
Somebody take the cap.
Yeah, show the camera y'all's artwork.
It says attitude reflects performance, because that's what Coach Shin says.
I heard y'all talking as you were drawing about a noise Coach Shin makes. What noise
Chris,
is
you got
that?
this.
I don't.
I feel like you can do
I
it.
don't. I don't even.
I feel like it's just. I don't
You gotta
know.
do it. All right, you brought it up. You have to.
How
do it.
could you?
You
do
did
that
bring
noise
it up.
though?
You have to do.
I don't know.
Do that again.
It's something like that, right?
No.
What are you talking? Okay, then you tell me the noise.
I don't know what noise you're even referring
Yeah,
to.
I don't either.
I really don't.
Is there even a? He made
Y'all are
up.
lying.
He made that up. There is
Y'all are
no
lying.
It's a made-up noise.
All right, I made up the noise.
Okay, guys, I have a little competition for you. I'm pretty competitive, and so I want to see who exactly can levitate their ball the longest. On your mark,
Oh, okay.
get set, go. Oh, look at Chris's.
I'm a little too hard. Okay. I think it's gone. They're both gone. It's gonna go. I wasn't
Good
even,
job, guys.
Not gonna lie, a little lightheaded.
I'm a little lightheaded.
Coach, I'm winded.
Good job. I want to see how well you remember your nursery rhymes. There was an old woman who lived in a
Shoe.
score. It was a shoe.
Really?
Okay, I didn't know.
See, I didn't know what the next line was, but I knew that word.
What kind of shoe do you think the old woman lived in?
It was a Ralph Simmons Adidas.
I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Good with that?
Going on a limb with them.
She lived in an Adidas shoe.
Yeah, Ralph Simmons Adidas.
There you go. So, CJ, he's number 11. Should his number actually be 11, or should it be called 1D1?
Because it's a 1 and then it's 22, you know? But 1D1.
Got it. I
I'm a
like
fan.
1D1.
Right? Let's change his number. 1D1.
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 It's hard to say though.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, 1D1.
Like it should sound good doing that.
I don't know about that.
I like it.
It's a thought. There you go. All right. Thanks, guys. Brant, Coach, back to you.
Go Rangers!
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
And we're back to Lehnhoff Stadium for what we anticipate to be the start of the second half momentarily as the Rangers lead this one at halftime, 23-14 over the Clemens Buffaloes. A very exciting first quarter with each team scoring a touchdown in the first quarter, 2 touchdowns. The Rangers missed their second extra point to make it a 14-13 score. Then the Rangers scored the only points of the second quarter with a 10-yard touchdown pass from Atkins to Martinez. And then Reed kicked a 29-yard field goal to give us our margin of 23-14. And as we get ready for the start of the third quarter, the Rangers, by virtue of winning the coin toss, will receive. And I mentioned earlier that's an interesting, exciting, important thing for me, because I think starting the second half is always the best way to start it, is with the ball to set the tone of the second half in the last 24 minutes of this exciting contest.
And Smithson Valley has a good opportunity here to really, obviously not put the game away by any stretch of the imagination, but really take a firm control of this game to get maybe a double-digit lead going early in the second half.
End over end kick fielded by Woodard at the 22. Left side now angles toward the middle, now wiggles back and forth and goes clear across the 40 to the 45. Now spotted down at the 47 as he's finally brought down by Darius Van Dyke, a starting cornerback, but not until he has a nice return of about 28 yards, not quite his average of 41, but still a good return nonetheless.
Yeah, a great return for Morig Woodard. I was going to mess that name up, I feel like. To get all the way out to midfield, you feel like there's always one tackle away from him breaking it long, but out to midfield, a great start for Smithson Valley here in the second half.
You kind of thought as he angled from left going right, if he'd have gone wide right, he might have had more room, but again, he's on the field and we're not. 2 tight end formation for the Rangers. 1 receiver right. Vickner is the fullback. Hawes is the tailback. There's a flag as the first quarter or first down play goes. They'll give him a gain of 3 up to the 50, the midfield area. But again, there's a flag on the play, and we'll have to see what it's. It doesn't appear to be something that would be a legal procedure, because that would stop the play before it happens. Looks like they're talking to the Smithson Valley side, and we'll see as our referee Larry Parsons, gives us the call. Offsides on the defense.
Wow, that's not what I saw. I thought it was an illegal shift maybe on the offense in the backfield. I thought the running back might have been moving as the ball was snapped, but yeah, a good break for Smithson Valley.
He was in motion.
Oh, I thought he moved forward. No, I knew he was in motion. I thought he moved forward toward the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
Well, it's a good thing we don't have uniforms on, right?
Absolutely.
So a receiver either way for the Rangers, who now fake it to Hawes going left, a pass right to Grotchett. A good first down catch as he crosses the 40 and goes out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Another first down for the Rangers as he's tossed out of bounds. But Josh Dillon efficient again with a nice fake and a nice pass to Davis Grotchett.
A nice, simple little play. Go to the other side, find the wide open receiver, get down the field, get yardage. Smithson Valley so efficient so far tonight, moving the ball, especially through the air.
Josh Atkins sharp tonight, and that's a difference maker. 2 backs with him, 2 receivers to the right. He'll run behind the running backs now and get a couple of yards, maybe 4 or 5 actually, as he muscles ahead. Down at the bottom of that pile, a bunch of defenders, including the defensive end, Tyler Smith, but give Atkins a gain of 4 to the 34. It's 2nd down and 6.
An important play here for Smithson Valley. I'd like to see once again on 2nd down. I like when they're throwing the ball on 2nd down tonight in the game. Maybe a play action pass, go over the top. You found holes and weakness in the back part of that secondary all night long.
Dillon comes out to the near side. Everybody else is in the interior. It's Hawes up the middle, has a seam on a little bit of a trap move. Gets a couple of yards, we'll say up to the 31 is where they'll spot him. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 as the line of gain. The line to gain is the 28-yard line.
Short 3rd down coming up here. You want to see them obviously get the first down here, but what I'm also noticing is something on the sidelines. Savian Jenkins at the field, very upset, like maybe some sort of injury.
So again, a 2 tight end formation. They'll give it to Hawes up the middle, and he'll get stopped. That is no go, as again defensive tackle or right end Carter Bro says no more, and that time it is no gain. Actually, they might have him lost a yard back to the 32. It's 4th and 4.
Interesting decision here for Coach Larry Hill. It's 4th and 4. Obviously, a little bit longer than you'd like to go for it on fourth down, but this would be almost about a 50-yard field goal here, so it looks like they're going to go for it.
And not really a whole lot to gain on a punt if it goes in the end zone. So 4th down and 4. 2 receivers right, 2 backs in the backfield with Atkins. He gives it to Haas and a receiver. Oh, it's a flea flicker. Atkins looking down the field. It is Martinez, and he caught it. It's a touchdown for the Rangers. Atkins to Martinez from 32 yards, and the Rangers go up 29-14. They've almost doubled the Buffaloes with the extra point to come.
What a play call once again from Smithson Valley. They just keep pulling them out of their hat. Basically looked like it was going to be the same reverse they kind of ran earlier. They run the reverse with 2 running backs to the receiver and then flip it back to Atkins, who found receiver wide open, and it almost looked like Martinez was going to be overthrown, but the ball was right on the money again.
The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is also good by Mason Reed. And all of a sudden, the Rangers are up 30-14. We're back after this timeout.
Call 888-269-7154 for details. Zero down, $199 a month at the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall on I-10 West at Callahan. Shop over 1,000 vehicles, including 88 newly stocked vehicles that you could buy with absolute zero down and just $199 a month. $199 a month, plus your job is your credit. So hurry to the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall. Lenders are on site, waiting to get you the financing you deserve. If you've been waiting for the right time to buy, this is it. But these deals won't last long. Hurry! Shop over 1,000 vehicles, including 88 newly stocked vehicles you could buy with zero down and just $199 a month. Plus, get a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty with every certified pre-owned Ford. From the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall on I-10 West at Callahan, where you'll shop the largest certified pre-owned inventory in Texas. So don't buy a new vehicle until you shop the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall. Log on at saford.com or come see us today at the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall on I-10 West at Callahan.
We're back to Lehnhoff Stadium as we'll turn our microphones up, and the end-over-end kick by Reed will go deep and fielded it in the end zone. Out is Brown. Across the 20, wiggles a little bit more, and actually that's not Brown, that's the other deep back. And Van Dyke brings it out across the 30 to about the 32 for the Rangers. The drive, 5 plays, 53 yards, 2 minutes, 28 seconds. Right now, Josh Atkins is 11 for 16, 180 yards and 4 touchdown passes, 2 of them to Martinez, who now has 5 touchdowns in the last game and a half. So this is a special, special time for the senior Edwin Martinez. Buffaloes have the ball down 30-14 now with 9:24 to go in the third quarter, and the Ranger defense obviously feeling some momentum on their side.
Can the Rangers defense get another stop and really take control of this game?
Harris wants to throw a quick look. Looks like Teskey. That'll be a gain of about 7 as he just ran down the field about 5 yards, and Harris hit him as the coverage was a little soft out there.
Once again, we keep talking about it. I keep talking about it. Clemens is having to go to the air attack, especially down by 16 points already in the second half. This is not something they're comfortable with.
That wasn't Teskey. Actually, I think it was Baker who caught the pass. Now they'll fake it to Baker. Harris keeps it. He goes around the left side as they had the handoff covered, but Harris took the left side and got a big gain across midfield to the Rangers' 49-yard line.
Yeah, they had me fooled out too. I thought Cameron Baker had the ball and was tackled for a huge loss by the Ranger defense, and all of a sudden you see number 7 galloping down the field for a big gain.
So Jared Johnson, the head coach of the Buffaloes, deciding to put the ball in his playmakers' hands all the way around. Harris, 2 receivers either way. No backs in the backfield. There's a tight end on the right, and he's going to be sacked for the first time tonight. Brandon Arnold gets in the backfield and brings down Harris for about a 4-yard loss back to the Clemens Buffaloes' 47-yard line. It'll be second and long for the Buffaloes on a nice play by the senior defensive tackle.
Tony, you called it earlier. You said the pass rush was going to be key tonight, and that's the first time they've got to him, but 3 or 4 other times tonight they've gotten into the pocket to either flush him out or hurry him on a throw.
Good point, as they have put some pressure on him. Still a lot of time to play. The Buffaloes 2nd and 14. Harris looking to the left sideline. It is caught, but I think he's out of bounds. They did call it a catch. That's Teskey there at the 31-yard line. Where's instant replay when you need it? I don't think he had. Anyway.
I think, I'm going to be honest with you, I think the right foot was in, but I think the left foot came down first.
That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, it's a completed pass. It's 1st and 10. Teskey with the catch. Now here's a quick look. It's Teskey on the left slot, right on the hash marks. Another gain of about 7 or 8. This time the ball all the way up to the 23. It is going to be 2nd down and 2.
Another quick pass to Teskey in the slot there.
Hurry up offense continues. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right now. Harris with a lone setback beside him. Wants to run a quarterback draw. Has some room across the 20. Wiggles inside the 10. Has 1 man to beat, and he does. Touchdown, Frank Harris. Again, the most elusive quarterback I've seen all year and maybe the last couple of years. He is a senior, and he is a handful. Wow. Harris, who's run for over 800 yards this year, now scores his 12th touchdown rushing of the season. And the Buffaloes have climbed back within 10 with the extra point to come.
Yeah, that was just Frank Harris at his best right there. The Rangers had pressure in the pocket, and then he just made moves and made everybody miss.
Snap, hold, kick, good for the Buffaloes. Noah Taylor with the extra point, and it's 30-21, back to a 9-point game.
You wonder if that's the shot in the arm that this Clemens offense was looking for, because they've been stymied for the better part of more than a quarter, actually, because they were shut out completely in the second quarter. Didn't really get anything going there. But Frank Harris doing what he did, and you saw for the first time tonight, they really put that drive on his shoulders.
Harris's run makes it a 30-21 game. And the Buffaloes will now kick off again. 6 plays, 69 yards on the drive, 2 minutes and 6 seconds. How long was that touchdown run? To be exact, 24 yards. That sounds right to me, too. So 30-21, the Rangers still on top, nearing the midway point of the third quarter here at Lehnhoff Stadium on the campus of Clemens High School. Frazier to the kickoff. High end over end kick is short. Woodard will take it just across the 20. Right side, has a little bit of room, wiggles, speeds up, goes fast across the 40, the 45, midfield, still on his feet into Buffalo territory. Finally dragged down at about the 40-yard line, but not until he comes up with a 40-yard kickoff return when he should have been tackled clear back in Smithson Valley territory, somewhere between the 30 and the 40. I thought he was in a pile of players, but he got through it all with some jet speed and another great return.
Yeah, he just kind of wouldn't go down there. We thought he was bottled up in a swarm of players, and then next thing you know, the swarm went forward about 10 to 15 more yards.
So the Rangers with the ball and a 9-point lead, a little over 7 minutes to go. Atkins has all 3 receivers to the right now. Dillon in motion, takes a jet sweep to the right. Has Aiken as his blocker, but not much out there as a lot of defenders seem to get there in a hurry. Atkins will go out of bounds about the 38, so give him a gain of 2 or maybe 3. It'll be 2nd down and long.
Very simple little gain on first down there. You'd like to see more yardage. Earlier, Smithson Valley was getting 4 or 5 yards a carry on first down, but only a couple yards there.
Josh Dillon on the season has run for 41 yards on about 6 carries, so his 8th carry of the season. Here's Aiken. Wiggles a little bit. Nice run by the little guy who stays low, goes all the way to 1 before it looked like a gain of about 6 yards. It's 3rd and 1.
That's what we've seen. I think most of the success for Smithson Valley running the ball tonight is right in the middle of the line of scrimmage, not really going outside. The Clemens Buffaloes have speed to get out there, but we've seen between the tackles heavy rushing tonight.
Indiana Hawes, who's gone over 100 yards and had a career night, is now on the sideline as again this sophomore, Nick Aiken, is really getting some playing time. He's in the backfield. This time he'll block for Atkins, who goes right, gets a first down across the 30 to about the 25 before he's brought down inside the 25 at the 24. And it's first down for the Rangers, 1st and 10 from there.
Only the second or third time tonight we've seen Josh Adkins with the designed quarterback draw. Goes off to the right side, gets a first down. Rangers moving the ball once again almost inside the red zone.
Good-looking drive again as they've got inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Rangers lead it 30-21. 6 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. Both receivers, Dillon and Martinez, are broke left. This is Aiken up the middle. Has a little bit of a seam but gets tripped up. Maybe about 3 yards to the 22. 2nd down and 7. Looked to me like that was Tyler Smith again, the defensive end, who got a hand on him to trip him up.
So we talked about balance earlier. Right now it's very balanced with rushing and passing for Smithson Valley. 182 rushing, 180 passing. You can't draw it up any better than that for Larry Hill and the Rangers.
They'll go big with both tight ends. Rude is the fullback. Aiken is the tailback. Rude goes in motion to the right. Aiken takes it on a sweep right. Has one man to get around the corner, does, but then the linebackers show up. And that's actually one of the defensive end, Tyler Smith, got there to back him up after a short gain. No gains, 25. It looked like there was some room on the outside, but then it closed down in a hurry.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get around that corner. Maybe he can get, not all the way to the end zone, but maybe get down the sideline for a first down. But it quickly closed up and just 5 yards short of a first down.
So 3rd and 5. They'll stay with the big 2 tight end lineup. Dillon, the lone receiver, comes clear out to the left, outside the hash. So split backs on either side of Dillon. 2 tight ends on the left, they'll run it left. It's Aiken, tries to cut it upfield, gets some push from behind, and I think he's going to get a first down as he goes near the 15-yard line. If they spot him on the line, and they do, that is a Ranger first down.
Yeah, good second effort to kind of fight through the tackles and get down close to the first down. Looks like it's going to be very close, and they're going to ask for a measurement here. Of course, whenever there's a measurement, the ball's on the opposite side of the field.
Well, the ball started off on the line with the majority of it behind the line. So the majority of the ball's up front of the line. So how can it be anything but a first down? I don't understand why this is a measurement, but maybe we just have bad perception from the press box. I don't think so.
Maybe we're at the wrong angle. I don't know.
Yeah. So the sticks come out, and they'll measure it. And the Rangers will have inches to go.
Okay, maybe our angle is off because I thought clearly it was a first down.
Well, I can tell you, really, when they were on the 25, the ball was spotted incorrectly then because the majority of the ball was behind on our side of the 25, which means the goal-to-goal had to be the line. I frankly don't understand, but in any case, they're inches short, so there's no doubt the Rangers will go for this one again, is my estimation. To be up by 12 is not enough to go for the field goal here. Let's get the first down. And again, just a personal observation, I'd rather be in the natural snap instead of a shotgun snap on a quarterback sneak here. Last time Atkins did a quarterback draw on 4th down. We'll see what he runs this time. 2 receivers right, 2 backs in the backfield. Trying to see if they could draw them off sides on that one as the play clock nears 15. They'll change the play from the sideline. Now Dillon comes in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep. Atkins will go up the middle. He'll go across the 15, and that'll be a first down.
The delay of the jet sweep kind of froze the defense long enough for him to do basically a quarterback sneak from the shotgun. So you could have run the same play if you went under center. It makes you wonder, though, how often do they do snap the ball under center because they hardly ever do it. Yeah,
That's a 6-yard quarterback sneak instead of a 1-yard quarterback sneak in my book. But anyway, it's a first down. The Rangers on the move again as the drive continues. Play clock now under 4 minutes to go. Atkins with a back either side. Gives it to Aiken going right. Has a lead blocker, but Root actually beats the man to the corner and gets inside the 5 or right to the 5. Caleb Root, his lead blocker, didn't hit the defensive end that was closing in on him, but Aiken beat him with speed. And now it appears there's a player down on the field for the Buffaloes, so play will stop momentarily as Aiken just turned on some jets to get around that defensive end, and that was Tyler Smith, who at 5'11 and 215 looks to run really well. And when he got around the corner, then he busted it to the sideline And I believe he's going to be about a yard shy of a first down at the 5, but it'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Rangers there.
Yeah, I thought Smith had him on the outside, and all of a sudden he just turned around that corner and got more yardage. I thought he was going to get maybe 1 or 2 yards on that carry.
So the Rangers again on a lengthy drive with 2nd down and a yard to go from the 5. As there's again stoppage on the field with the injured player. We'll take a timeout, a brief one.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community. On Highway 46, between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summer Hill Dental. General care with advanced technology, we specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summer Hill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
No.
We're back to Lehnhoff Stadium. The Rangers will have a 2nd down and 1 as they're walking the injured player that looks to have a bad leg. Again, we're not doctors, so we won't try to forecast or even give an educated guess, but he was down for a few minutes after being in on the tackle on the far sideline, so far away from us that none of us really saw what could have happened to him. But he has the support of 2 athletic trainers on either arm to help cart him off. Rangers again waiting for them to clear the field, and they do. It is number 24, DeAnthony Gordley, a backup defensive back who was down. Rangers come out with 2 receivers, Martinez and Dillon left. A couple of tight ends, one either way. Atkins will follow his running back up the middle. Not much room. He gets a couple of yards before he's pushed back, but that should be enough for a first down, but they're going to say no. They only give him credit for a yard up to the 4, which will make it 3rd and short for the Rangers. Less than a yard to go as the ball is spotted just short of the 4-yard line.
Yeah, I actually thought he had the first down. I thought he got a couple more yards than they gave him there, but
it does look like a questionable spot, but at this point, who are we? They're clear there, and we missed the first down call. So his full body was across the 5-yard line. That's why I thought he got enough. 2 receivers right, 2 backs in the backfield. Now a receiver in motion. Atkins will keep it after a fake. He'll get a first down as he'll go across the 4 to about the 2. So the Rangers will have 1st and goal from inside the 2-yard line on a nice job of delay, fake, and run by Josh Atkins.
You know, Smithson Valley's done a really good job all night of keeping the Clemens defense guessing. They've, whether it be running with one running back or the other, the deep ball, the in-between passes, and now this drive, a lot of Josh Atkins running the ball.
So now Rude and Aiken in the backfield with Atkins. Rude motions right. They give it to Aiken going right, and the defense smelled it as they sensed the motion by Rude is where the run was going, and this time he's tackled back at the 5, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5 now.
Aiken's a hot guy right now for Smithson Valley. We haven't seen much of Indiana Hawes in the second half. You have to wonder if maybe he'll get back in the game with his 100-yard first half.
I'm kind of looking on the sideline. I wonder if he got dinged up or something, because it doesn't look like he hasn't been on the field in the second half at all after the big first half. And I think I see him now on the far left side of the team huddle near the 25-yard line. Anyway, the Rangers 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll fake the run left, looking left for Rude in the flat. Touchdown, Rangers. Nice job of play action by Atkins. Rude had to catch a tough one over his shoulder and then turn and spin up the field, but he does, and it's another Ranger touchdown.
Josh Atkins with his 5th touchdown pass of the night tonight. A great little play action pass. Find the receiver running across the middle, running across the outside, hit him wide open, and he got into the corner of the end zone.
Josh Atkins having a career night. Snap good, hold looked good, the kick is good. So another conversion by Mr. Reed, Mason Reed, and the Ranger lead is 37 to 21 as they keep the Buffaloes at bay. That's 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. They could still score with 2 possessions with a little over a quarter left in this game. We'll be back after this timeout.
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run, you're my number one. Kick it up now and bring it on. This will be your day. 'Cause baby, you were born to win. Never give up, never give in. You were born to win. Your destiny is victory. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you were born to win.
As we're back to Lehnhoff Stadium and the Rangers will kick it off. So, okay, we've played pretty much 3 quarters here. 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, 2 scores in the second quarter, 3 scores in the third quarter. So this has to be a 1 or a 5, and I'm hoping for a 1. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think we might. Yeah, I'm hoping for a 1 as well, because if it's 5 scores in the fourth quarter, we might be in for a long night.
Reed's kickoff taken by Van Dyke. This near sideline. He'll be rushed out of bounds at about the 23-yard line, 24 maybe. So they kick away from Brown to Van Dyke this time and corner him on the far or the near sideline, as the Rangers will keep the Buffaloes pinned back a little bit here on the opening drive of the that's the last drive of the third quarter, probably by the Buffaloes.
The beginning of the last drive of the quarter for the Buffaloes.
2 receivers to either way for the Buffaloes as they'll try to create some offense now, down 2 scores. Harris looks left, now has a man flying over the middle. It's Teskey. He's wide open. His coverage is very, very shallow. Now he'll scramble across the midfield area. Get up to about the, now there's a flag in the back, and I think this is coming back. He's got up to the 44 of Smithson Valley. That was a little disheartening that he took off on the left slot and ran across the middle of the field, and no one was within 5 yards of him.
Yeah, he had nobody with him, and then he caught the ball, was able to spin back, and
illegal formation is the call on the Buffaloes, and that one will come all the way back, and a 5-yard loss will make it 1st and 15.
Yeah, and the Clemens sideline is incensed right now.
Flag thrown on the far sideline. The Rangers coaches are still talking to that official, but they got the call. They obviously saw something in the Buffalo coaches. Jared Johnston not happy at all with the call. Frank Harris even questioned it, but they did call an illegal formation. Wonder if it was how many guys are on the. You have to have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, and with 5 linemen, I wonder if 3 different backs were off the line. I don't know. Here's Harris, wants to throw, has some pressure, now wants to run, gets bumped, gets away, goes through another couple of guys, then gets stopped at the 25, near the original line of scrimmage at the 26. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 or 9, as a bunch of Rangers were there. First, though, I think to make contact was Jacob Zuber.
Yeah, Frank tried to get out in the open field after another good job by the Smithson Valley defense to force him out of the pocket and put pressure on him as a passer.
So the Rangers with another big stop here, 2nd down and 8. Here's a pass over the middle, and I thought Jack Gibbons might get a hand on it. I don't think he did, but it fell short of Teskey this time and goes incomplete.
I thought Gibbons had a chance to intercept that if he got his hand up on that. I thought that was going to be a pick 6 because Harris kind of just, I don't want to say lazily, but just kind of tossed that ball over the top of him.
He tried to just lob it into a spot, and it was short at that. So 3rd and we'll call it 7 now from the 27. They need to get to the 34 for a 1st down. Harris, straight drop back, has to scramble. Now there's a hold. I think there's a penalty flag that should be a hold, and there is a sack. Colt Fullen grabs him by the jersey and throws down Frank Harris, clear back at the 6-yard line. There is a penalty on the play. I think if it's on them, we'll probably turn it down because that'll make it 4th and forever.
What a great job by just to grab a hold of Frank Harris, who's so elusive, and just throw him down, and Harris is absolutely incensed and frustrated on the sidelines.
So a loss of 21 on the sack puts the ball at the 6, where they'll have to punt on 4th, and they say 28 officially. That sounds close enough. I don't think it's right, but it sounds close enough. Back in punt formation is DiDomenico. Good snap, quick kick, spiraling kick that Woodard will let drop. Takes a first bounce for Clemens and then kind of goes soft at about the 43 of Clemens, where again Smithson Valley will have a short field. Their last drive, 12 plays, 40 yards, took over 5.5 minutes. Another short field. Sure be nice to get points.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to get points and maybe manipulate that clock a little bit more. You're up by 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions, so it's a 2-score game. But you're about to start the fourth quarter, get a 4 or 5 minute drive, put some points on the board, really put this thing in jeopardy for Clemens.
36-yard punt by DiDomenico. Gives the Rangers the ball at the Clemens 42. A stacked backfield now. Here's Hawes. Indiana Hawes back in the game. He'll muscle ahead after he gets stopped at the hit at the line of scrimmage. You'll get a couple of yards up to the 40. It'll be 2nd and 8. But they're really getting physical on the inside. I think they're getting frustrated, are the Clemens Buffaloes.
Yeah, things aren't really going their way. They started off with quick points, 14 points in the first quarter and quickly, and they've only put up 7 points since then as we now head to the fourth quarter.
You mentioned Jenkins might have been hurt earlier. He was back in on that tackle for the Buffaloes. The Rangers lead it 37-21. We're heading to the fourth quarter on the Rangers Network.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community. On Highway 46, between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summer Hill Dental. General care with advanced technology, we specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summer Hill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
New Braunfels 27-17 over East Central. That one said to be in the, well, now it's 39-17 in the third quarter. Other scores real quick. Judson leads Wagner 37-9 late in the third. And in the fourth quarter, Steele over Canyon, but just 21-7. The Cougars putting up a fight tonight at home against the number one team in the district.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising going in. We thought that might be more of a blowout than it actually is.
I thought it would be. So the Rangers with the ball, 2nd and 8, starting the fourth quarter from the 40. Dillon in motion. Atkins, short drop, throwing. Throws it low to Dillon, who had gone up and then come back to like a corner route. Incomplete, makes it 3rd and 8.
Surprising they go to the air for a semi-difficult pass like that. Just keep obviously you're not worried about the clock too much right now. You're not trying to bleed it and play safe football. But we want to keep that clock moving as we're in the fourth quarter with a 2-touchdown lead.
So the throw on 2nd and 8 probably means a throw on 3rd down, as the lone back is Hawes. 3 receivers to the right. Now Root in motion. They'll fake it to Hawes. He picks up a blitzing linebacker. No, a throw over the top to Martinez. He's open. He catches it. He'll go down inside the 5 at the 1 on a tough throw catch. Josh Dillon, not Martinez. Pardon me. I'm just used to Martinez catching all the touchdown passes. This one, Josh Dillon, the throw back behind his shoulders kind of as he had to lean back. Still a big gain. 39 yards to the 1. It's 1st and goal for the Rangers.
Josh Dillon approaching 150 yards receiving on the game tonight.
And yet Martinez is the one that sticks out because of the touchdowns. Dillon needs to get him a second touchdown to tie Martinez here. He's in the slot, now in motion. Atkins will keep it up the middle, not there. Their defensive line and linebackers have started to figure out some of those runs up the middle and the deception we're using with the jet sweep.
The good thing is they haven't figured out what's going on in the secondary.
You know, in the second quarter, we swept it left with Hawes, and we haven't gone back to that play. I'm wondering if a sweep here. Of course, we were on the left hash, so it was kind of a short field sweep. But I'm thinking a sweep left because every time we've swept right, we haven't got as much.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. You have more room to work with on that side, or even a play-action sweep to that side because they could be looking for the running play again.
The jet sweep, Dillon going left. That's the side. He cuts up field. Minch is ahead, and I think he got in the end zone. He did. Josh Dillon A 5-yard touchdown run gives the Rangers 43 and doubles up the Buffaloes again.
What a great job. You called it, the jet sweep to the left. Josh Dillon using his stature actually to avoid some of the tackles and kind of get underneath everybody and get the ball into the end zone as the Clemens stands start to empty.
The Buffaloes undefeated in the district at 3-0. The Rangers 2-1, trying to move into a tie. Whistles before the kick, which is good. Timeout, Smithson Valley before the extra point. Somebody called a timeout.
I hope it was Coach Hill or somebody's going to be in trouble for calling.
I wonder if they're changing their mind. They decided to go for 2 all of a sudden. I bet that's it because the kicker just ran off the field, and now it looks like the offense is coming on the field.
If you go for 2, you make it a 24-point game. If you convert it, makes it 3 touchdowns with 3 2-point conversions.
Yes, which are 2-point conversions aren't easy unless you have Frank
Harris. Last year he said they weren't too difficult, but that was a whole year ago. Because let's give credit where credit's due to the Smithson Valley defense. 14 points on them quickly, and it looked easy. It looked like it was going to be another long night. We thought the extra point they botched was going to come back to haunt them. And since then, since that point when it was 14-13, it's been 30-7 Rangers.
It is crazy, crazy, crazy. 10:41 left in the game. The Rangers are going to place the ball over on the left hash. And from the 3-yard line after the timeout, they will go for 2. They will go for 2. Atkins, one receiver either way. Fakes the sweep to Hawes, has some pressure, throws to the end zone, and Grotchett catches it. It's a 2-point conversion to Davis Grotchett on a nice reaching up high catch by the senior tight end. And the 2-point conversion is good.
Another injury down for the Clemens Buffaloes.
So it's 45-21 on the 2-point conversion. And again, as Mike mentioned, a Buffalo is down, so there is timeout on the field. 10:41 to go in the game. The Rangers lead at 45-21. We're back after this timeout.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this.
Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
What do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach and we have smiles to make.
It was a dark and spooky night. It was 3rd and 10, and the Rangers had the ball when all of a sudden they had a false start penalty.
What in the world are you all scared about? Coach Hill's just gonna call a play action pass, drop the linebackers, hit the receiver on a shallow post, strike up the band. Rangers, the best!
Join Coach Hill and Brant Freeman each week on Inside Rangers Football. Log on to rangersnetwork.com to never miss an episode. The Rangers defense had their backs to the goal line. It seemed like all hope was lost.
Coach will blitz them and knock them out of field goal range.
We're back to Lehnhoff Stadium on the Ranger Network. Smithson Valley football. The Rangers lead at 45-21 over Clemens. Crowd is quiet. Some of the crowd, as Mike mentioned, is leaving. The Ranger side isn't moving. But there is a player down on the field, and again, the trainers taking their time as he doesn't seem to be going anywhere in a hurry. So we're going to take another timeout as you're listening to Smithson Valley football on the Ranger Network.
Call 888-269-7154 for details. Zero down, $199 a month at the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall and I-10 West at Callahan. Shop over 1,000 vehicles, including 88 newly stocked vehicles that you could buy with absolute zero down and just $199 a month. $199 a month, plus your job is your credit. So hurry to the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall. Lenders are on site, waiting to get you the financing you deserve. If you've been waiting for the right time to buy, this is it. But these deals won't last long. Hurry! Shop over 1,000 vehicles, including 88 newly stocked vehicles you could buy with zero down and just $199 a month. Plus, get a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty with every certified pre-owned Ford. From the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall and I-10 West at Callahan, where you'll shop the largest certified pre-owned in Texas. So don't buy a new vehicle until you shop the all-new Red McCombs Mall. Log on at saford.com or come see us today at the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall and I-10 West at Callahan.
The last Ranger drive, 6 plays, 42 yards. It took 1 minute and 46 seconds, so not the long, short drive, but a short drive. But the defense of Smithson Valley is the story right now with 10.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They've allowed 115 yards of Clemens offense since the first quarter. So in 2 quarters and 2 minutes, just 115 yards from a prolific offense. Here's the end-over-end kick taken at the 10-yard line. Now wiggling right, now trying to get through some defenders is Johnny Graham, one of the defensive backs. He gets across the 25 to the 26, and that's where the Buffaloes will start 1st and 10 on the tackle, both Connor Donovan and Wesley Cornelius for the Rangers.
This is kind of it for the game almost right here. You're down 3 scores, 3 2-point conversions. Smithson Valley defense gets a stop here, gets the ball back to their offense who hasn't been stopped all night, and you're in great shape.
So the Buffaloes will try to put something together, down by 24 points. Harris rolling right, throwing with his left hand. Woodard on coverage, and they're going to call interference. I don't know if they're going to call it. Well, Beam came over to help, but Woodard was kind of draped on the receiver that time, Tommy Bush. Looked like there was a lot of contact, at least from my position, and the flag is thrown, and it could be interference on the Rangers.
Yeah, I thought the flag came in a little bit late, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be pass interference on Smithson Valley.
Well, it wasn't thrown from the side judge over on the near side, which that play was right on the sideline. It was thrown from the back judge. Referee Mike not working real good, except for we heard pass interference on the Rangers. I don't know why he's talking sideline to see if they want it. The pass was incomplete. What? No, I want 2nd and 10. No, I don't want a first down.
Do you want the 15-yard penalty, Coach? No, we're good.
So the ball is moved up to the 42 where it's 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes. Need to get that clock moving. Clock is stopped with 10:29, 1st and 10 from the 42. Harris, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Straight drop back. Harris tries to avoid another defender. This time he again, though, and they're not letting. This is CJ. With his 3rd sack of the season. It's the 2nd time we've grabbed his jersey and hung on and not let him get away, and another sack of Frank Harris.
What a great job all night long by that Smithson Valley pass rush, getting in there, their 2nd sack of the game, both in the same style, getting a hold of Frank Harris. He tries to get away, but not letting him go and just throwing him to the ground.
So it's 2nd down and long. We'll call it 21. Harris, 3 receivers left again, 1 to the right. Now 1 in motion. It's Bush. Harris takes it, fakes a handoff, gets pressure, gets away, throwing it down the field, intended for and knocked away by Josh Hansen. The ball looking for Tommy Bush. Hansen at the last second reached up and deflected it away. It's a long, incomplete pass.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's a phenomenal play by Hansen. That's the best ball Frank Harris has thrown all night. It was on a line down the field, and it was probably going to be a touchdown if Hansen doesn't make that play.
Indeed. Tommy Bush, 6'4", 183, their tallest receiver. That time got loose, had to step on Hansen. Not a lot, but a step. But Hansen stayed close enough to reach up and knock it away. Third down, 21 from their own 31. The Buffaloes. Receivers exchange positions. 3 left, 1 right. Harris gets a rush, gets brought now. He dropped the ball. Brandon Arnold didn't get him down, but knocked the ball out of his hand. It goes down. He falls on it. It's still Clemens' ball, but it's now 4th down and long.
At this point, they almost have to go for it if they really want to have a shot in the game. You're under 10 minutes, but now there's a late flag on the play. It looks like it's on Clemens, though.
Probably would be holding back there, would be my guess. Penalties declined, yes. So it's just the result of the play. So basically a 3-yard gain by Frank Harris. So Didomenico will come in to punt with 9:15 to go in the game. Spiraling kick, more of an end-over-end kick. Fair caught by Woodard. He bubbles it. I guess I've watched too much college. If you bobble it on a fair catch, isn't it still fair game?
Yeah, I don't know about that play right there. I thought if it's bobbled and then if it's fair caught and then dropped it, I would think it becomes live there. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, I don't understand. But anyway, the Rangers have the ball. Woodard fair caught it, didn't handle it cleanly. It goes to the ground. He picks it up, and the whistle's blew. So with 9:06 to go, 9:06 to go, the Rangers have the ball again, up 45-21. My goodness, what an offensive explosion for Josh Dillon and the Rangers. He's now got 5 touchdown passes or 6, guys?
Josh Atkins has 5 touchdown passes.
5. Wow. Here's a run. Not much up the middle. It'll be 2nd and long. Aiken with the carry. The sophomore playing yeoman minutes here in the second half. He and Indiana Hawes have put together quite a tandem of running the football.
This is going to be ball control time, it looks like, for the Rangers. You're under 9 minutes. You have a 3-touchdown lead. Take some time off the clock. Obviously, Clemens can score quickly. You don't want to give them any shred of hope to come back into this game.
Working some time off the clock would be good, but you've got to get first downs. Martinez now comes to the right side. Dillon is broke left. Tight end is left, 2 backs in the backfield. Some movement, nothing there. Aiken tries to go up the middle again and doesn't get much. They're trying to rip the ball out of his hands, but he hangs on up to the 28, I believe. That's a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and about 6.
Long 3rd down here, but the clock is still moving. You need to get a first down here to get this clock probably around the 5-minute mark. If you don't get another first down after this one, you can get down closer to the 5-minute mark and really put this game on ice.
Sure would be nice to see a first down indeed, because that would give you a chance to work off several more minutes. Martinez is broke left. Dillon comes right in this formation. Grotch at the tight end on the left side. Rude in the backfield with Aiken. Now Dillon in motion. They'll give it to him on a jet sweep. Going left. Has a blocker. Turns the corner. Cuts upfield and gets a first down.
And what a great job by Dillon. Just try and stay in bounds. It looked like he might have maybe been knocked out of bounds late, but the cut back to get the first down and trying to keep the clock moving.
Great job by Josh Dillon, who had a rushing touchdown earlier in this quarter. Gets a first down carry there to the 31-yard line where the Rangers are 1st and 10, and the clock runs with 7:29 to go in the game. Or did they call him out of bounds and stop the clock?
I think they called him out of bounds.
Okay.
He made a cut to come back in and get the first down and stay in bounds, but the defender, I think, pulled him out of bounds.
Play clock goes under 5. Aiken with a sweep right. Has Vicnair to block. And not much happened as Vicnair couldn't get to the defensive back. I think he goes out of bounds again, and that's a sophomore mistake there, as he should have gone down in bounds. Clock stops again with 7:22 to go. It's 2nd and long, and the clock is your friend, folks. Stay in bounds.
Yeah, that's something Coach Hill's going to have a conversation about this week, and I'm sure he will, about just going to the ground early. Obviously, momentum is going forward, but you've got to start going down early so you can stay in bounds.
Tough block again by Vicnair, who was trying to get out there to the safety and just couldn't get there in time. 2 receivers broke to the right. Tight end is right. Atkins will keep it up the middle on 2nd and long. He'll get 5 or 6 yards up to about the 38. That'll lead up a 3rd down and 3. Tyler Smith on a tackle for the Buffaloes.
Efficient play calling there, getting that short yardage you need to get closer to a 1st down. Now it's a 3rd and very manageable 3rd and 3 as we go under 7 minutes left.
Because 2 running plays went out of bounds, the clock just goes under 7 minutes now, but the Rangers still in control of the game at 45-21 and still with the clock on their side as it runs now with 6:45. Atkins, shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff, throws a little bubble screen. Dillon catches it, 1st down for the Rangers as he goes out near the 45. And there's a late bit of activity and not real sure all that was going on there, but DiDomenico, or was that Blue? That was Blue, I think. Got into it with, I think Dillon got thrown out of bounds late, didn't he?
It looked like he did. He went flying. No flags on the play.
No?
The Clemens Buffaloes have been very, very frustrated in most of the second half. Things aren't going their way, and they're letting their emotions out on the field.
You can understand the frustration because they haven't got much offense going since the end of the 1st quarter. They scored a couple of early touchdowns. In fact, they scored twice in the first 5 minutes of the 1st half. Twice in the first 5 minutes of the 1st half. And since then, they've had 1 other touchdown. That's a lot of time with 1 score for a potent offense like this.
Yeah, it's an offense that's used to scoring a lot of points. And give credit to the Smithson Valley defense for slowing them down and frustrating them to the point where they're making mistakes all game long.
There is timeout on the field. We'll take it with him. Back after this on the Ranger Network.
Hey, Rangers fans! Have you joined the Rangers Network? If not, now's the time. It's easy and free to subscribe. Get your phones out. Text the word Rangers to 42828 to stay in touch with all the latest Rangers news. Want that again? Text the word Rangers to 42828. Go Rangers!
And we're back to Lehnhoff Stadium as we're still in timeout. 6:11 to go in the game. The Rangers lead at 45-21 on what is a remarkable performance, I think, by the defense. As good as the offense is, and the offense has been remarkable, I think the defensive effort to totally frustrate Frank Harris, which, folks, I'm going to say it again, he is the most gifted running quarterback I've seen in a long time, and he averaged in the first 6 games of the year, he averaged 13 yards every time he carried it. And tonight, he hasn't done that clearly.
He hasn't had room to do much at all night long.
1st and 10 from the 45, the Rangers. Kind of a full house backfield. Aiken tries to cut it up going off right tackle, and there's another injured Buffalo. That time it's one of their defensive tackles who got in on the play. It was Daniel Williams, and I think he finally got up, but he didn't look like he wanted to get up.
Yeah,
now he's run off the field.
Yeah, now he's running off the field with something like a leg injury.
5:45, the clock running here in the 4th quarter. Rangers up by 24.
You almost wonder if Clemens has kind of conceded this so far with not using any of their timeouts to go.
2nd down and 10 after the no-gain run. Here's Aiken sweeping left. Tries to cut up inside, nothing there, then jumps outside and gains 6 or 7 yards. Ahead to the 49 of Clemens. A gain of 6 brings up 3rd and 4.
Give credit to the offensive line for the Rangers tonight. Different running backs. Josh Atkins running the ball. Who's ever had the hot hand. They've been blocking, making holes all night long. A great overall performance on both sides of the ball by the Rangers.
And against great athletes, let me credit Dylan Brooks and Cole Baumgartner, a couple of seniors at left tackle and left guard. The best runs have been over the left edge, and they've been the reason for, along with center Caden Dix, who we highlighted in the pregame show. Okay, a tight end and a fullback on the right. Now Aiken up the middle on a little 3rd down and 3 run. Contact after the play, and I think an offensive lineman got an extra shove in there. Nick Hambrick got a chance to push somebody over. I think Aiken is a little bit short of the line of scrimmage to go, so it should be 4th down and inches. as the ball spotted just in front of the 45, and I think they've got to get to the 45 for a first down, and they're going to measure again, and I'm not even going to guess whether or not they'll make it, even though it looks short.
Okay, we're right here on the first down line is on the 45, and the ball is clearly short of the 45. But let's go ahead and measure it anyway, because we have no idea what we're talking about.
We thought it was that way down the other side, and the ball ended up being short when it clearly should have been a first down.
We think shotgun snaps are bad on 4th and short, and they've proven us wrong twice.
They put the sticks down finally. Somebody stumbled. One of the officials stumbles as he does. Everybody's there to watch like it's really going to be in question, and we don't think it's even close, and it's not. It's about 6 inches away, as was predicted.
We got one right.
So 4:20 left in the game. This one's pretty much over as far as a chance for the Buffaloes to come back. But that's why you play the game to the final horn, right?
Absolutely. We've seen stranger things happen. There's 4:20 to go, but you would think that there's not enough time for them to get 3 touchdowns here in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
So the Rangers looking to the sideline as the officials are still holding them. I think the chains have been set, so they start the clock. So the clock runs under 4:20 to go. It's 4th and inches from the 4, just short of the 45-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers right, a lone setback behind. Dillon takes a sweep on the jet sweep, and I think he just got it because he turned up beautifully. Looked like he was getting strung out all the way to the far side. Didn't look like he had any chance as Dalton Polson, the left cornerback, had him slowed down, and then he cut up field and stayed in bounds and got a first down.
What a great job. It looked like he was going to be tackled for a 3 or 4 yard loss possibly, and then just cut in to get 3 or 4 yards past the line to gain for a first down and put this game out of reach.
Well, the Rangers 1st and 10 from the 42 now. Will try to run the ball a couple more times. A receiver either way. Now Dillon in motion right. They give it to Aiken up the middle. Gets a couple, then gets knocked on his backside. Good tackle there. Still trying to see who made the tackle. Didomenico is who I thought it was, and I think it is.
You know, Tony, we talked about at the beginning of this game how this is kind of a barometer for both teams, and it's clear to see that after this game, one team is very much going in the right direction, and the other team has now taken a stumble here. But Smithson Valley really going in the right direction as we approach November. Obviously, as we get into November, it's playoff time. This is a huge momentum boost as they move forward to some big games left in district.
2nd and 8, shotgun snap. Aiken up the middle. This time gets a couple of yards again, then gets piled up and gets punished as he's brought back and then thrown down at the last minute, and that's a flag. Didomenico really frustrated, as most of the Buffaloes are. The head coach, I don't even understand how you could argue that call. The whistles had blown, 3 or 4 whistles had blown. He was going backwards. Then Didomenico just grabs Aiken and throws him to the ground. Clearly a personal foul against the Buffalo defender.
Yeah, he threw him down a good 5 seconds after the play was done, and this is just sheer frustration from Clemens. Smithson Valley's basically, let's call it what it is. They've dominated them all night long after the first 5 minutes of the game.
And pardon me, I was thinking the coaches were arguing the call. They weren't. They're mad at Didomenico and mad at their players for not staying poised, as this has been a really bad situation and frustrated. Again, we said this earlier, 115 yards of offense in 2.5, almost 3 quarters. That is not something they're used to. And the Rangers have really put it on them defensively tonight. So 1st and 10 now from the 24. The 15-yard penalty tacked on to the 2-yard run. The Rangers now with the play clock at 2:25 and running. Send a receiver either way. McNair, the tailback, steps over a couple of guys and then gets about 5 yards until he's knocked down. The fullback on that play is Saul Laura, a backup fullback, number 39. Got a nice block in before McNair ran around him. So some backups on the offensive line as well, as the Rangers trying to ice this one. Under 2 minutes to go. It's second down and about 6. Ball laying on the 20-yard line.
Can't overstate enough, or just can't say it enough, how impressive it's been for the offensive line tonight from Smithson Valley.
Savion Jenkins comes to the sideline and collapses at the 15. Here's Vic Nair going left on a handoff. Now angles back right as it was shut down, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and no more. It'll be third down and 6. But Savion Jenkins, a junior defensive tackle at 6'2 and 265. That's the young man we saw in pregame with the shirt off. He has collapsed on the sideline for Clemens. Really having a hard time them trying to pick him up. It's third down, and a whole new group of Smithson Valley Rangers come in for this play. This is Hallam at quarterback. I can't tell you all of them, but there was a whole new 11 guys. Maybe only 10 because Vic Nair stayed on and he gets the carry. It'll be 4th and 2 as he gets to the 16-yard line. The play clock at 48. The play clock at 30 now. The game clock at 43. So they'll have to run one more play.
Basically a hockey terminology, a shift change there for Smithson Valley.
Indeed.
Let's bring a whole new lineup out there just to give them some play time. And I'm
kind of curious if we'll run the victory formation here. Shotgun. And they will. Christian Hallam takes a knee. And that's the ball game, as the game clock will be.
No, that was 4th down.
Well, 4th down, so they'll just, okay. So
there we go.
Victory formation to stop the clock and give them the ball back. Just good sportsmanship.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think in a frustrated game, yes, let's just credit what's credit due. Good sportsmanship. Don't try to get the first down on 4th and 2. And now the Buffaloes will have the ball with 26 seconds to go, and we'll see if they put a bunch of backups onto the field.
Yeah, that's a good call by Coach Hill there. You've already got one of your players thrown down to the ground late a few minutes ago by a frustrated Clemens player. You don't want to have any more damage done, so get out of here with the win. 26 seconds to go, and a huge win for Smithson Valley.
And this is one of their backup quarterbacks. We'll hand it off to a backup running back and get tackled by a backup defensive tackle or a defensive corner on the left edge. They keep him in bounds, and that'll be the final play of the game. As now some of their backup offensive linemen trying to bully one of our backup defensive linemen. Goodness, Cornelius with the tackle, and that's the final play of the game, and the officials are going to say so. The Rangers win it 45-21, a convincing win over the 3-0 Buffaloes, who came into the game 5-1, 3-0 in the conference. The Rangers and Buffaloes now both are 3-1 in the conference, and both a game back of Steele, who won earlier tonight. We'll give you scores in just a moment. In fact, we'll give you scores right now. A final Steele beats Canyon at Canyon 21-14. The Cougars come to Smithson Valley next week, and boy, are they going to be on a high after that one, holding Steele to a 7-point game, which the Rangers did. The other final, the Unicorns beat East Central 34-17, and Judson beats the Thunderbirds 51-9. The Rangers a huge win here, and they've already turned the scoreboard off. 45-21. Somebody write that down, as they have already taken all memories of that away. The Rangers win it in remarkable fashion, and Mike will come back after this timeout and talk about it, but remarkable is a word that's used too often, but I don't know if we can use it enough. We'll be back. Smithson Valley Ranger football on the Ranger Network.
What gives? Oh, check it out. He's buffering.
That's super annoying. He really ought to sign up for GVTC's internet service with SpeedSync. Up to 100 megabits download speed and up to 100 megabits upload speed too.
That's fast. Finally, he'll stop buffering at the worst times.
Call GVTC today for SpeedSync internet service and say bye-bye to buffering. GVTC, just plain smart.
When he's done loading, this is going to be hilarious.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck. From Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and SAFord.com.
I brought you here tonight to reveal our secret weapon defense. It's a real game changer. When our men are tired and hungry and don't want to go home and cook, but they're starving for great food at a great price. We're gonna call the Delicious Double Wing.
You can't lose when your family calls the Delicious Double Wing and you stop by Chicken Express for our legendary chicken tenders and Chicken East sweet tea.
This is awesome. Who came up with this plan?
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run, you're my number one. Kick it up now and bring it on. This will be your day. 'Cause baby, you were born to win. Never give up, never give in. You were born to win. Your destiny is victory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, you were born to win.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this.
Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
Hey, what do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach and we have smiles to make.
Call 888-269-7154 for details. Zero down, $199 a month at the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall on I-10 West at Callahan. Shop over 1,000 vehicles, including 88 newly stocked vehicles that you could buy with absolute zero down and just $199 a month. $199 a month, plus your job is your credit. So hurry to the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall. Lenders are on site, waiting to get you the financing you deserve. If you've been waiting for the right time to buy, this is it. But these deals won't last long. Hurry! Shop over 1,000 vehicles, including 88 newly stocked vehicles you could buy with zero down at just $199 a month. Plus, get a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty with every certified pre-owned Ford. From the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall on I-10 West at Callahan, where you'll shop the largest certified pre-owned inventory in Texas. So don't buy a new vehicle until you shop the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall. Log on at saford.com or come see us today at the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall on I-10 West at Callahan.
Back at Lehnhoff Stadium, where the Rangers have beaten the Buffaloes 45-21. Simply marvelous win for the offense and the defense. The defense that limited the Buffaloes to 8 first downs, 1 of 7 on third down efficiency. They ran the ball for 130 yards, passed the ball for 135. They had 266 yards of total offense. But again, only about 120 of those came after the first quarter. So just a remarkable show by the Smithson Valley defense. For the Rangers, they're good stuff. 20 first downs, 10 of 16 on third downs, 5 of 5 on fourth downs. The Rangers run for 242 yards. They pass for 231, 473 yards of total offense. Indiana Hawes had 15 carries for 112 yards. We'll get Nick Akins in just a minute of his. Josh Atkins, 14 of 21, 231, and 5 touchdowns, 2 to Martinez, 1 to Grotchett, 1 to Caleb Rude, and 1 to Dillon. So he spread it around tonight, and Josh Atkins had a huge night, and it's really good to see a huge night. Can you pull up for me what Nick Aiken had in rushing? I know you can give me a different looking page on that as we look at the Rangers. Nick Aiken. 17 carries, 51 yards. Had some tough yards as he ran up the middle a lot and got stuffed a lot, but some remarkable stuff by him is, again, a great night for the Ranger offenses. Again, things clicked really well against what had been a pretty good Clemens defense, too. I mean, we've talked about their offensive a lot. Their defense had shut some people down and been tough for some people, but the Rangers put it on them, scoring often. And when we got our wish, by the way, only 1 score in the fourth quarter. It's, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm really happy about the way that worked out. 45-21, your final score from Schertz Lehnhoff Stadium. We're going to take one more timeout and comes back with some final thoughts here on the Ranger Network.
Carpooling with Coach. You're up early to coach those Rangers, and we're up early to make great smiles. What a great idea.
I agree. You guys do the driving. Gives me a little time to watch some game film.
You mind if we play a little bit of music this morning? Hey, Coach, that was so much fun. What time should we be here to pick you up?
About the time the Rangers wore red.
Hey, what are you watching?
TV everywhere, ma'am.
What, like a YouTube video?
No, actual TV. My cable service is GVTC. I can watch my favorite shows live right on my phone.
So what do you think about that, super behind the times technology guy?
Ha! Next, they'll come up with VHS recorders without VHS tapes.
GVTC already has it. It's called Whole Home DVR.
Radio without a radio?
GVTC cable already has dozens of music channels.
Movies? Without a theater?
Premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Stars, The Movie Channel, and Showtime from GVTC.
I gotta get GVTC.
Then you won't be super behind the times technology guy anymore.
Call GVTC today and get hundreds of great entertainment channels.
Oh, I cut that off. Hello, we're back. We're having some fun now. The Rangers win at 45-21. I told you earlier the story in the Steel game. I felt so badly for the Smithson Valley defense that they played so well that night and lost 24-17 to the number one team in the district, Steel. And yet tonight, I'm elated for them because they get a great effort again and come up with a huge 45-21 win. And as good as the offense is, and we've given all the offensive numbers, and you still talk about that a lot, I don't know that the defense didn't set the tone after that first quarter was over, because Smithson Valley's defense gave up only one third-quarter touchdown after the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. And the touchdown in the third quarter was at the 7-minute mark. So 24 minutes of football went by without a touchdown for Clemens, and the defense has to be given a lot of credit.
32-7, Tony.
Yeah.
32-7 is basically the score of this game. It's 14-13 after the botched extra point in the first quarter. For the rest of the game, it's 32-7. And if you'd have told me that was going to happen, I wouldn't have believed you. Not because I didn't believe in the Smithson Valley defense, but they just, to bottle up that offense that plays at that pace with that much speed around everybody, and Frank Harris being who he is, to limit them the way they did is a heck of a performance. But the defense was so amazing, and then the offense was so balanced. We talked about it earlier, 240 rushing, 230 passing. You can't ask for anything more than that as a head coach. You really can't at all.
No doubt. 1 yard of total offense by the Clemens Buffaloes in the fourth quarter. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. The Rangers win it now. They come home for back-to-back weeks. First, it's Canyon, who took Steele to a 21-14 loss. And then the week after that, Judson comes to town. 3 district games left, 2 at home, and then 1 at New Braunfels to close the season. The Smithson Valley Rangers are on a roll now. 4-2 overall, 3-1 in the district. That 3-1, Steele is 4-0. Judson is 3-1. Smithson Valley's 3-1. Clemens is 3-1. So a 3-way tie for second. And New Braunfels at 2-2 is 1 game back in 5th place.
It's a good spot to be in, and let's be honest, the door is still open for Smithson Valley. They need help. But to win district, Steele would have to lose, so you would need probably these Clemens Buffaloes to maybe take care of Steele in their rivalry game coming up. But if Smithson Valley can run the table, that includes beating Judson. But remember, Judson is coming to Ranger Stadium. Then the ball is still in their court for maybe to take district this year.
What an exciting time of year, and we're late, so we're going to sign it off. The Rangers win it 45-21. Thanks to Mike Benson, my partner tonight on the air, and then Austin Milam, who did stats for us, and all the Smithson Valley Rangers and Bowick Productions to put this one on. This is Tony Brubaker saying good night and God bless. The Rangers again win it 45-21.